Shake it up, feel the vibe grow strong. Bottles in the line where the flavors belong. Dripping and dipping, I'm pouring with flair, creating liquid gold like an alchemist's lair. A splash of this, a drop of that, twist wide colors and taste like a rainbow inside. No powders, no spice, just liquidly cool. The art comes alive, yeah, we breaking the rules. For the love of mixing bottles come alive. Crafting these flavors, making dreams survive. From minty to citrus, sweet, what a ride. It's liquid perfection, bottled with pride. It's not a science, it's more like a flow. Feel the rhythm in the bottles, watch them glow. Lavender crash meets mango sublime. Every blend a story, every pour divine. Hold steady when the swirl comes through. Precision so clean, turning old to new. The dance of liquids in the bottle's heart. This ain't just a mix, it's a work of art. For the love of mixing bottles come alive. Crafting these flavors, making dreams survive. From minty to citrus, sweet, what a ride. It's liquid perfection, bottled with pride.
Hello everybody, how you doing? Yeah, improv kind of live show because I wanted to do something, but yet don't want to screw our palettes up. We got a lot of beta testing going on and want to make sure that we give it a proper go, especially when doing beta testing for companies. Makes a difference on whether or not these things might come out, and I think it's important that we take it serious. And the butterscotches last week, we did find that like for a couple days, our palettes were a little bit messed up after. So just to be on the safe side for this week, because the ones we're going to be testing are kind of subtle. I wanted to make. So that said, yeah, going to do a couple recipes today, and like I did put the thing out there. Legion does it. So I said, you know what? I'll do a second recipe. Other than that, yeah. I've got mine already made and ready to mix. There will be no download cam, sadly, because my desk is torn apart, because I do have a new microphone coming in. Things are changing for audio here, even more so.
And I know what I'm going to make, but I have not entered anything in yet because I'm going to do it completely on a share screen for y'all.
So that's what's going on today. You want to do something it's kind of more of a thank you to everyone that's been mixing 1700 recipes with hashtag AAFL. Feel like, yeah, deserve something.
If you couldn't guess from the picture behind me, I think I'm making some kind of blueberry and banana cheesecake concoction.
Ah, staying way in your wheelhouse. Got it. I'm doing something I love, but yet I don't do anymore because I always stay away from it because of the other shows and stuff like that. I always try to push yourself out of your comfort. But for today, I'm purposely not. By the way, hi, Mike. This was put together last minute, so I understand it because we were really debating on recording the other one, testing ends. Ah, man, kind of blow out our palettes. We can't. That said, I'll just go over what I got here. I did put together a recipe. I'm ready. I want something really rich and decadent today. I've been mixing a lot of more simple recipes. They're still solid, but they're simple. They're kind of like, I won't call it one note, but they're kind of a little boring somewhat. I wanted something that's really gonna like be nice for when I'm done with this flavor testing in between, so I can really get some real flavor out. Because we do kind of stretch our palates quite a bit. Anyway, so I'm making a chocolate cheesecake milkshake with some coconut notes in here. It's not in the title, but it's got some coconut notes. We got cheesecake on graham SSA. That's actually because that's got, I chose it, I wasn't going to do Perlin, but I went SSA because I actually want those rich, decadent, like graham notes. Wanted that to be a part of it. 1.5 cookie crumble from Cap. Delicious addition to anything that you have crust. So 0.5 dark chocolate medicine flour, 0.5 because yes, I wanted something I want. So that's it. which I don't use much of anymore. He does. I don't. French vanilla thick from Wonder Flavors at 1, just because it's part of my milkshake base. Ice cream dark chocolate from Wonder Flavors at 1.5 is the other part of the chocolate for this. So I got creamy chocolate, and then I got that really rich chocolate combination at 1.5, and then I got milkshake from Cap at 1.5, part of my milkshake base. Super sweet pearl, I'm at just a half. That's all I need. Toasted coconut cheesecake pearl, I'm at 2. That's partially because it does add a thickness, and I kind of like that kind of toasted coconut thing here, and I think it's going to kind of make it taste not really fully, but a little bit moundsy chocolate. That's what I'm hoping for at 2%. Vanilla bean ice cream flavor west at 3. That's just part of my milkshake base. And then Yes We Cheesecake and Aware at 2. They add the actual gooey cheesecake part. Between that and the toasted coconut cheesecake to add it to make it fully there. Picture. I had another one I really wanted to show. I liked it. It almost looked like if you remember the Smuckers, like the jam with the peanut butter and the strips, Goober.
Mm-hmm.
There was one that looked like that, but I couldn't get to. Wouldn't work for some reason. It kept airing out, so I wound up going.
Wasn't it like PB&J swirl or some stupid shit like that?
No, it's called Goober.
Oh.
Rich chocolate
Goober
cheesecake.
sounds like something I want to eat.
Rich chocolate cheesecake milkshake with crumbly graham cookie and a touch of coconut. And that's what I'm going for here, because I want something I really want. I was going to go fruity, but then it's like, you know what? I do fruity all the damn time. Let's try and do something that's not. Chocolates and cream. So that's what I decided to do. I'm going to mix up right now. Cigarette recipe, they sound great, and they do work for some people, but the success rate for a cigarette one is not as good. I hope you explain that to them. Because when you go with a cigarette one, because it reminds you of the cigarette, if you get it so it reminds you, kind of still crave it a little.
See, and that's the thing though, Mike, is when you're first starting out, do less ingredients.
Yep.
Learn your ingredients, learn your flavors, and then you can start to build. Like Tim and I have been mixing long enough. We know what flavors are what, and we single flavor test all the time. So we know what flavors are good, and we can pretty much figure out what flavors are going to go good together from doing all that single flavor testing. That's why we can make such complicated and in-depth recipes, but you're not going to get that.
There are a lot of flavors that will bleed into each other. I try to stick away from them. In this case, the dark chocolate ice cream does bleed a little, but I want that to bleed. It's going to bleed like creaminess into the, that's supposed to. Whereas the medicine flower dark chocolate bleeds, but doesn't bleed the same. And I thought about even going with like actual chocolate chunk. Was it chocolate chunks? Wonder Flavors, because that doesn't bleed.
That would give you that chocolate
it doesn't
chip
bleed.
to it.
But I really don't love that. After a while, it gets old for me. I kind of like this. I wanted something that's kind of just a smooth, chocolatey, creamy, good gooiness to it. That's why I went with this.
If you're trying to talk them out of trying a cigarette to help quit, ask them what their favorite dessert or beverage is and try to create that for them and see if that helps. Because sometimes just tasting that flavor will be like, ooh, I really like this. I don't want the taste of cigarette.
It didn't help me quit, but I will say one for me was a shamrock cookie from Bad Boy. I mean, I crave Girl Scout cookies, but I can't have them anymore. At least not to the point where I want them. I crave a box at a time. You don't crave 1 or 2 cookies. So get something that they really crave, but maybe they don't get a lot of, or they're trying not to eat a lot of. Or even if they do eat a lot of it, they will crave and eat a lot as a snack. Good way to start. Some people love ice cream.
Oh.
Well, Cassie does.
I don't love ice cream. I love cheesecake.
Ice cream
I
flavors.
mix milkshakes because I like to vape them, but mostly I mix cheesecakes. Cheesecakes is my thing.
Dark chocolate.
They're against fruit, dessert, candy, etc. I don't know how to help you with that then there. All right, so you're mixing yours up?
That is hard, Mike. They're against it because they haven't tried it, though. That's the thing. It is hard because, and my mentality was the same way. I originally thought, well, why would you want? I would want a tobacco to stop smoking, right? Made sense. But in reality, it's actually the hardest way to stop. Vanilla thick. I'm already partway into this. And like I said, I haven't tested this. I do know these flavors, so I know it's bound to be pretty good. But yet, no, until you test it, you never know for sure. Every once in a while, I guess I know most of these. I know all these flavors, so none of these flavors I even have, and like it's a small bottle. They're all large bottles. That's a dead giveaway right there.
All right. So while you're mixing that up, I'm going to share screen and I'm going to put my recipe together here.
Mm-hmm. All right, go for it.
All right. I completely starting off from scratch here. I know that I'm going to do a blueberry banana cheesecake, so I can definitely name it. Actually, I'm going to name it maple glazed blueberry cheese. And this isn't for the regular show, so I am not going to hashtag it. Boop, boop.
Oh, but
I'm
that's
going
what
to
we're
do a
doing.
60 ml bottle because I want a big bottle because I know I'm going to love it. All right. And for my cheesecakes, I usually use the toasted coconut cheesecake because I love how thick it is. But I don't want that coconut taste here. Why are you being a shithead? Cheesecake. With
There we go. Last of the flavors are in. I just additive.
there we go. Now it finally came up. All right. And then I'm going to use the Yes We because obviously Yes We cheesecake goes in every cheesecake. And then I'm going to do the New York cheesecake perillum instead of the toasted coconut here
One
because,
thick.
like I said, I don't want that coconut note in this.
Also going for a nice thick cheese.
Right. And then for my bananas, I'm going to use banana raw because we all know I'm a VSO banana raw whore
Said it, not me.
at 2 because I like to push it. And then the banana cream from LA because that is my go-to banana combo. For my blueberries, I'm going to do my blueberry base, which is the Blueberry Flavor West at 3. The blueberry jam from Wonder Flavors at 2. And the blueberry from Medicine Flower because I want that darkness, but I'm only going to put that at a quarter. And then for my glaze, I'm just going to do the maple syrup, SSA. If I could type, maple syrup, SSA. The median is 2. I'm going to push that up to 3. I like it at 2. I like it at 3. Anything less than that is kind of like just a little too light for me. And then I'm going to back it with 1/4% of the Flavora. Actually, let's make that a half. 0.5% of the Flavora smoked butterscotch just to bring that extra smokiness out. And then my super sweet room. And we're going to do that at 1%.
You can do it at 1%.
Yep, we're going to go up here and go to Imgur. We're going to hit new post, choose photo, blueberry banana cheesecake, 3 dots, get share link, copy link, left click, paste, get rid of this crap here. Get rid of this crap here. Make it public and save, and boom, we are
You're right, Sin. Inaware blueberry is not a bad blueberry.
golden. There, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that.
I don't use it
I
either,
don't
but
know
that's
why I threw a random blackberry there. That's just stupid, but whatever.
Flavor West is my go-to, my blueberry additive. I change it up with what blueberry I use around it. There are quite a few that work really well with it. Medicine flower is my favorite. If you have it, you're gonna want to use it.
Oh yeah,
Oh
that medicine
God.
flower blueberry. And it takes a minimum of 5 days before that medicine flower is gonna be okay. And it takes a minimum of 7 for that blueberry jam from Wonder Flavor. So this is gonna be a definite 5 to 7 day sleeper.
Sin has a point though. The Inaware blueberry is good off the shake, and it's good in 5. I mean, it gets a little better over a couple days, but it's basically there right off the shake. It's a good blueberry. I don't use it much. I don't know why. Just oh God, this has got the cheesecake. The gooey cheesecake's in there. Actually, really, you're getting chocolate and cheesecake with a little bit of that soft coconutty. It is kind of tastes like a Mounds cheesecake.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the other blueberries, like the
Hi,
V1
AP.
BSO blueberry is awesome. I tried the cat blueberries. Hi, Riley.
Yeah, Riley. I made a chocolate cheesecake milk.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now I just got to mix this up and then I can let it sit and steep and be
best part
happy.
about this, anybody sees this now, you know, it's a lot of ingredients. Really good. You're getting also getting a graham like kind of sensation in there, cookie or any fruit at this. In a where would work, but if I did, even if I do anything where, I'd still throw the Flavor West in there because add that kind of sweet, like gooey kind of factor or jam. Well, you could throw any fruit at this.
And there you go. That's the link to the recipe there, guys.
Oh.
Cheesecake is easy. You go to the store, you buy an instant cheesecake mix, you mix it up and you throw it in the fridge and let it set and then you eat that shit.
Or you just go in and buy one of the multi-platter things that have all the different types and just bring it home, Riley. You're home alone.
Or you cheat and do that. Where did I?
Hanksome blueberry is unique. It's electric blue blueberry. it's I like it, but it's kind of like blue Kool-Aid. I don't hate the flavor. It's delicious. Just call it a blueberry. Feels a little stretch. The VSO blueberry with Flavor West. Problem is, you want regular straight old VSO blueberry, which I think is still the best of the blueberry, even though there's like 5 of them. I think the best one's the original blueberry, which you can only get at Nom's because he now only sells the. Well, wait a minute, I'm not sure. That might have been one of the ones he did wind up bringing back. I haven't checked lately. The last I knew, he wasn't going to be selling any of the OGs left on the site. He was only selling the raws.
Right. But I do think the blueberry is definitely one of the ones that went over
Or
the most.
huckleberry. Flavora huckleberry works pretty good. Oh, wait a minute. Is that really
What?
Flavora huckleberry?
No.
Oh, okay. VSO blue huckleberry works really good. There's another huckleberry out there that I like a little better than bilberry, but that's because I don't want their bilberry has that unique bite you get from some blueberries. I prefer the juicier side of it, so the huckleberry works for me. You're right. The bilberry is an option. What's the other one? There's bilberry, huckleberry, and there's a third one. Oh, black currant kind of do some of them.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I'll just buy a box. Yeah.
Uh-oh. I gotta fill my blueberry again.
Oh, tell you what. Yep, this hit the spot where I wanted it to. It's got that gooiness, like the SB and the coconut cheesecake made the goo where you taste that gooey cheesiness from a cheesecake for sure. The French vanilla thick actually helps that bring that forward. The chocolate's just balanced just right where I want it. It's kind of a combination of being syrupy, but you get a little bit more than syrupy because it kind of blends a little with that graham and the cookie combos. That turned out beautiful. But these flavors I know. I kind of safe with it. I just wanted something good. Oh, TPA is it's in. There are a few huckleberries I like, and others is like some. Oh, bilberries. FA is one of the better ones. There aren't a lot of good bilberries either, really. It's amazing, but out of the 2,000 plus flavors I have, there's a lot of bad ones in there. And the only way to know that is to try them. I mean, yeah, and the worst part is, truthfully, you can have people testing like we do, and it'll give you an idea what you like and don't like. But it all turns out to be your personal taste, which is worse in most cases. I would say, was it Black Soul from FA? I don't think 5 people on this planet would like that flavor. It was that bad. Some of those just
No,
like
that
that.
was awful. That was so awful.
And I tried it like as a, I tried it separate too, like food additive tasting type stuff. No, there are some flavors that just are not good. Period. Sin, you only need the one, and if you like it, stick with it. It's like VTA dark chocolate. You like VTA dark chocolate? Don't get medicine flour. Not kidding. You'll like it, you'll enjoy it until you try medicine flour, and then it's like, oh fuck. Same with what's the other one they have? VTA has
The
chocolate mousse. Chocolate mousse. Like it,
the SSA
love
is
it.
just so
Don't
much
get the
creamier.
SSA because once you get the SSA, you realize, ooh, I'm never going to use my VTA. You got a big bottle. Enjoy what you like until you get lower on that. And then try the other. It's possible you still might like the VTA better because a lot of that's nostalgic reasons, but it's also possible you might. Yeah, so I'm upgrading from a road to a sure. How this is going to work out. And they got the industry standard mic on his. But should be deeper tones and smootherness.
Oh shit.
This has the better noise reduction though, so I'm probably going to use a Shure in my office instead of. But the problem is, if I'm in there in the office, what happens with dogs? They'll be crazy if you try to both leave them. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Probably be solo streams without Cassie during those.
Woohoo! I get a day off. I get a day off.
Yeah, both
I
of
need
those
to
dark
look at the.
chocolates. Yeah, there aren't many good dark chocolates. There really aren't. Like the milk chocolate dark I used today. Ice cream, dark ice chocolate ice cream. Wonderful. It's not really a dark chocolate. It's a dark milk. There's really only the true dark chocolates, in my opinion, that are worth getting. ETA and
Right back.
the rest. We tested the chocolate series. Dark chocolates, there weren't a lot of them to begin with, and the ones that were there were fake. Some of them are really. You have pencil shaving issues. Dark chocolates are the worst offenders. Riley, you can, you just shouldn't. Yeah. Well, duh. Yeah, we left moose tracks for her. We got the Ninja Swirl so we can make keto ice cream instead. Which we're supposed to do today, actually. It's back our reminder. Means she's gone, so that means you got moose tracks for you today, right, Riley? Is that what you're trying to say? I'm jealous of that, Sin. I have a huge bottle. I use it conservatively, but I also use it conservatively because most of the time when I mix on streams, and I try not to use medicine flour a lot because not everybody wants to access it because it's a cheaper ingredient and you do have to go out of your way a little. I always try to do that. Hey, Chapo. Just always try to. I think you guys understand that. It's try to make it as easy as possible. I try to stick with mostly distro flavors, major distro flavors. Even try not to use Canada too much because they are a little on the pricier side for anyone outside of Canada. Go ahead and ask, Chap. And if you ever have questions and we're not live, send it to mixersmailbox@gmail.com. What it's there for. Questions. And if you have a question and you live in the UK and you want more UK answers, put in it's specifically more of a UK type question. Put it in there and I'll ask it on Wednesdays when Benny's back next week. Benny again this week.
Oh yeah, no Benny again this week? What the heck?
I'm still off from last week. Oh, this turned out.
Hey Chapo, long time no see, bud.
That's all debatable. And the reason I'm kind of saying that is because sometimes when you get a decent built PC, I've had luck with both of mine, all three bars, were the ones I picked up just off Amazon searching and trying to find the specs I wanted. And they, okay, so two of them were well over 1,500, but the one she has wasn't. And but like Steve-O got one for his son, and that was a decent computer, but he's had nothing but problems with it, and they're giving him problems with it. So sometimes check with the customer service like record for them, make sure that they got good reviews on it, because that makes a huge difference. That's exactly it. I want to make them accessible to mix. That's why we always do the giveaway on the single source at the end of the too. That way there someone can go and try a recipe, even if it is like multiple ingredients like today. Most of these are I'm pretty sure you can make this outside of the dark chocolate medicine flour. You can make this pretty much up Bull City or not. Yeah, Amazon, but make sure you check reviews. And just because it's a 5-star, if it's only got like 5 or 10 or 50 ratings, maybe do some little research on them. Make sure. I buy power. I think mine. I forget what mine were. Cyber something and. Are they on here? Sky something. Oh, SkyTech is this one, and the other one is Cyber Tech or something like that was the other one I got. But I also bought them when the 4070s came into stock. This one's a regular 4070, 12 gig version, and that one's the 4070. They're both Titans, but titanium. But what's the other one? The 16 gig version when that first came out. So I spent top dollar for them. And there's a bunch of others on there that do the same thing. And I had no problems with customer service with either of them. I did have customer service issue with this one. I had a customer service issue with the one that she had for the LED lighting. And they were fine. But then Steve-O bought one that seemed like it was a good deal, and then customer service sucked. CyberPower, that's it. Thank you. And both these PCs work excellently. Or what they are. The problem is software updates are what usually cause your issues, because they'll sometimes glitch out different programs. And that's just Windows. Can't do anything. The newer, I will warn you against something. When you're getting a gaming PC, wait a little while before you get the latest generation of GPU. I made the mistake of getting these 4070s when they first came out, and it's 6 months before they stopped glitching out at different times of updates because the software hadn't caught up to the hardware yet. I had nothing but problems for the first 6 months.
Oh, it smells good.
Because the software was made for the older hardware. It wasn't made for the new yet, updated yet. If that's going to be an issue. And yes, it did cost me some gaming time. Remember a couple days I couldn't play my games at all, hon?
Yep. Trust me, that was not a fun experience for me because I had to listen to him bitch about it constantly.
Pay $2,000 for a computer and you can't even log in to play Call of Duty. Come on. Oh, nice. Nice. You try to keep on top of things. Yeah, I get the oh crap, I'm gonna say this wrong. Look to make sure I say it right. That's not there. Right, I didn't get it from there. And the weirdest thing is you can't always go to one source for anything anymore. I think you have to go all over the place to try and search and find the best deals and the got the I got the SM7B coming. Weirdly enough, Walmart had the best deal on it. So weirdly, I never shopped through them, but they had a killer deal on it, or a real big discount on it. So I was like, yep.
Mm.
And I needed it because the Shure mic I have ain't cutting it. Got really bad, like weird reverby like issues when you get that warm dynamic situation.
It's gonna be good tighter.
Yep. Well, I can't do Micro Center. It's not available here, Sid. Yeah, Micro Center I've heard good things about. I know that Stan Tenacious TX buys his stuff from there. I know that Bob Umstulo buys him from there, and he actually talked Stephen Lane and getting his stuff there. They have really good deals, but don't have one anywhere near here, and it's not as good a deal for us to have it shipped here. I wish.
Get this crappy boysenberry stuff that Nick sent you off my coil, so I
So
can try
you're
this out.
okay. Speaking of, what was the name of that one? It's
The luscious boysenberry jammy scone or some stupid shit like
the
that.
problem with that is there's no jammy there. It
And the
is
boysenberry's really funky weird.
the funky, juicy boysenberry.
And it
Feels like,
definitely has strawberry in it because I can taste the strawberry. That's what they bump the boysenberry with.
and it doesn't taste jammy. Doesn't taste like it belongs with the scone. I mean, the scone part of it, unique but interesting, but I like it. Don't care for the boysenberry. I was tempted. I almost went and tried to make a better version of that today, but I'll wait until Nick's on before I've got ideas. He'll be coming on soon. I haven't bugged him. It's my fault he hasn't been.
I got some boysenberry for him right here.
Well, if you remember to send it out, we could get it to him. It should be a consideration. I looked at the prices on that, Sin, and yeah, that Micro Center is unbelievably good compared to anything we could find around.
Yeah, this
Flavora
definitely
yes.
was not the Flavora.
Or boysenberry is really, really good. I do like the it's different, but I like the VSO boysenberry for a juice. That's more of a juicy one. The Flavora is better for like a jam. And then just add something. And if I was gonna back a boysenberry for a jam, I'd use probably Nam's. If I were gonna use a strawberry, but I think berry jam maybe. Touch of blueberry jam maybe from Wonder Flavors. Oh, I don't get a lot of jammy out of that. I'd have to look.
The
Curious.
boysenberry raspberry from Wonder Flavor is really good too.
But what's the is it Flavora has a jam. What's their jam? Jammy flavor. Razzleberry kind of has that, but that would change it. I don't know, but a juicy boysenberry where it tastes almost like you just poured like really tastes like you poured like a boysenberry like glass of juice over top of that scone. And I send out well wishes to family thing tonight, but I just said the truth. So much going on right now. Another thing that kind of threw us off with this jammy berry. That's it. Another thing that threw us off of this is yesterday. My mother's best friend passed. Oh, my mother last night spent talking to her daughter, and it was a long night last night. Been a lot of like sad things happening this year. I'm thankful that people are reaching out to me still. Sometimes forget that they still know enough to, but yet I try to remind you guys, but I don't you that it been through that. So anything I can do to help with. And there's been a lot of really long nights. Spring, summer-ish. Is it summer yet? Officially, it's not summer yet, is it? Or
No,
is it
it's
until
still
next?
spring.
Till spring. Okay. Yes, and it was just sad. My mother does not cry often, and she did, but this you got to remember this is almost like an aunt to me because I have known her my whole life. She's been friends with my mother since before I was born. So yeah, it's tough situation. Like I said, my mother doesn't truly cry. She might tear up, but she doesn't truly. So for me, that hit hard. And weirdly, the two of them were talking. Her daughter and my mother were talking, chatting, but her daughter had to ask me to have my mother call her because she couldn't say it. Kind of, it's weird how your mind kind of breaks in weird ways when that kind of thing happened. You could have easily just asked her to call her, called her herself, but instead I had to be the third party because somehow that connection didn't seem straightforward. Anything going on? Not till June. I didn't think so. I didn't think it was summer yet, but I don't know. It feels like summer last week, not except for today. Now it's cold out again.
Hey, Dusty.
Hey, Dusty. Yeah. So my recommendation with this, yes, I would definitely say this is pretty freaking tasty. I like this mix quite a bit.
So the blueberry, because it does need that 5 and 7 days for those two blueberries, the blueberry's not popping very much right now, but I could vape this right off the shake. I'm not even getting the astringent note from the blueberries. It's so good.
It's like this. I know that dark chocolate medicine flower note is in there where it could use a steep. I can vape through it and ignore it, even if I didn't. Even if I wasn't used to being able to do that,
Mm.
this is actually pretty good. It's going to get even better over the next couple. If I should have made a bottle. I didn't have confidence in myself that it was definitely 100% going to work. Thinking something could go wrong with mixing these. I
Wait,
mean,
do I need to make you a second label because you're going to make a bigger bottle, or are you just going to wait until that bottle's gone?
bottle with this one afterwards.
Okay.
I have a 30.
Okay. I was just asking because I needed to know if I needed to make a second
Plus,
label.
like I said, I might actually add like a oh man, a boysenberry jam or a jam in this would.
Ooh, that boysenberry jam or preserve, actually, it's called from Perillum, is a really good boysenberry jam too.
See, that would be a better option than whatever was used to make that boysenberry.
Yeah, I have no idea what boysenberry this is, but it doesn't taste like boysenberry. It tastes like
Very
some
loose
weird
and
funky
juicy.
syrup with some strawberry in it.
No, I might actually when I remake this, I'll make a second version. Make a version probably with maybe Flavor West blueberry, a little bit of blueberry jam in there, and I don't want to go too far with the blueberry. That might be all. I don't want to go too far with the blue because that'll kind of muddle up the rest of it. That's
Right.
Huckleberry VSO is good. That's the way I like it. I like the Huckleberry from VSO and the Huckleberry from the other one that I can't say yet. Keep forgetting it's not out. It's been long enough, damn you. It'll be out by now. Can't wait for that to come out.
Tim, it's not released yet.
There's another Huckleberry coming that you guys will love. Let's just put
Shut up, Tim, it's not released yet.
me.
Speaking of one that's not released yet, I'm not sure when they're officially going to release these two new medicine flowers, but I've had them for months and they're pretty good. The huckleberry, it's very, very strong. You do not want to use that more than a quarter tops.
Raspberry. My favorite is still premium raspberry. I like the natural raspberry from Wonder Flavors.
They're both sitting on my
But
desk.
raspberry is very much unique on what you like for a raspberry. Those are the types I like, but I understand it where it's really good. Raspberry sweet, really, really good too. That's kind of like the Flavor West blueberry, but raspberry version. And then there's a lot of others that are just kind of like if you like certain florals and stuff. A lot of them are floral and like the floral and go for it.
Like the raspberry jam and one of the other raspberries from the supercharged line
Raspberry
from Mom's
custard.
were really good. I can't remember which one. One of them was super, super floral. I think it was the wild raspberry,
Yeah, I think it's
actually.
a wild. The wild was floral, but it was floral in a realistic way. Like if you get, there are sometimes we have a
Mhm.
couple different types of raspberries out here, and the ones I eat that I don't ever bring in for you because there's never very many of them. Those are very floral.
Yeah, because you're selfish.
This is only usually like two or three at a time, ever. Which,
Um,
by the way, won't be long. We'll be picking raspberries and black raspberries.
Give me just a second to look this up, Mike, and I will look at that because I've only used it once, but I think it was
Raspberry
2%.
natural. I think it's 1 to 2%. Pretty sure what was that. Um, Wonder Flavors has been making, well, when we do the betas anyway, might actually make them stronger for the. They recommend up to 4%. I find that sometimes those ones, when you push them up the floor, might get a little floor. So I usually use
Ah,
them at 3% and lower. If it's not doing it at 3% for me, at least somewhat, like then it's probably not nowadays with a new release.
so it was the raspberry wild. It was super tangy, unripe, and super floral.
Oh,
The
sugar
custard,
orchid,
the wafer, the jam, and the regular raspberry were all really good.
sugar
Just that
orchid.
one.
That last,
Um,
what was the alien attack?
when aliens attack.
Independence Day alien attack for. Okay, this is
Oh,
Independence Day alien attack. This was really good. I use no, this isn't the right one. This is okay. That wasn't the one. There's one here I really loved. Oh, it's the color purple. That's the one. This is it. Sorry, that was okay. If you like the cherry and you're not sensitive, they weren't bad. This one, sorry, color
right.
purple. Use juniper from VSO, gin from Flavora, lavender from VSO, sugar orchid from Flavora, and violet from VSO. And oh my god, was that? That was like that sugar orchid is. I mean, literally, it's like a sugared flower, fried flower, but tastes. It worked really well the juniper gin because it just brought all those floral mixes together.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
No cherries. That's why I said that's not the right one, Sin. I'm sorry. I know. Cherries just. I mean, Independence Day wasn't bad. That cherry juice from sweet from FA wasn't super cherry, bad cherry, but
All right. I'm gonna throw this up right quick. I only used it a 0.5% there, Mike. But these ones I made for this past Saturday. I made these raspberry lemonades and they're really good and they're really refreshing and the raspberry is nice and bright and it's like the perfect combo for a lemonade of raspberry. But I used 2% of the natural and 1% of the premium SSA. And it was really good right there. This is the one you've tried. I haven't tried the other two yet, so Tim.
I haven't tried the other two yet.
No, I
Yeah, that
haven't
was
tried the
pretty
other
good.
two.
That was pretty good. Raspberry lemonade.
They're very light and refreshing, but I needed some sweet dessert, so I stopped vaping it for a little bit and went back to my banana.
That sounds interesting. Take on with a
Ooh,
orchid is
that
would
sounds
work.
really good. And that sugar orchid is so good. So, so good.
Saw it. I thought, oh god, floral. That's a good floral.
Yeah, I did back it with the SSA because the natural raspberry is really like a fresh raspberry, but that premium gives it that slight syrupiness that it needs for the beverage. It also works for jamminess. It works for everything. Premium raspberry SSA, just get it. It's the best raspberry that I've ever tasted.
It was the first one I could say I could ADV because I get sick of.
Ooh. Damn, that one in the bathroom is loud. I can hear it in here like crisp.
Kind of, we live in the country. You open up the door, let the dogs out, flies come in. Well, you got to put a bug zapper, so I put it in the bathroom because it was more out of the way.
All right, to clarify, my big fluffy husky is terrified of the bug zapper, and every time it goes off, he runs and hides behind one of our legs. So Tim put one in the bathroom because that's where he liked to hang out, but he wouldn't move so we could get to the toilet or sink. So Tim put a bug zapper in the bathroom, so now every time he goes out, he flies out and comes like running over to me at the couch and fucking tries to dive under the couch and
I
hide.
didn't put a bug zapper in the bathroom. I bought the mother of all bug zapper wall mount. Yes. Goes over the window, covers the window.
Um, yes, and I actually I did 3 versions of that raspberry lemonade because it was a seldom never used episode last week. And I've never used the natural raspberry, but I've also never used the natural lemonade or the natural pink lemonade from Wonder Flavors. So I did a version with the natural lemonade instead of the Flavora, and I did one with a natural pink lemonade instead of the Flavora. Those two I haven't tried yet, so I can't attest to the goodness of those.
The
I haven't
natural
even cracked
raspberry
the
is really
bottles.
good, Mike. I mean, if when they were talking about the SSA premium not being available anymore, possibly scare about it. The natural was like going to be our go-to afterwards. We had to. That would be probably our second. The Inowero would be third. Honestly, that is actually the rate way it would go. Or the
And
raspberry. Well,
again,
raspberry
I'm
sweet's a complete.
sorry to everybody that loves it so much, but that medicine flower wild raspberry is not as good as everybody said it was. At least not to me.
It's
I didn't like it. It was super floral.
it's got a real punchy punch to it, which is good for an additive and works there. But would not be able to use it as solo raspberry. I feel like that's where it's going to shine. If you could, if needed, use it as a solo raspberry or solo flavor, that's always going to rank higher than something that's an additive you should use in every mix.
Yeah. I'll stick to my premium. I'm a natural. I just
Heck, because for a long time it was Inowera was my go-to, and that was because of Zippy. Talked me into the Inowera and the raspberry sweet. Two that I was. Yeah,
yeah, I don't like the raspberry syrup.
I not raspberry syrup. I never did. It tastes too artificial to me. Off. It's got that. It has a nostalgic feel of the old school flavors. I mean, a lot of them that have that in it, I'm pretty sure, or something similar. It's got that kind of feel, but I'm not a fan of the syrup. It doesn't hit with me. I've never had a mix where I could just ADV it because I liked it. Every time it's in it, it throws an off note for me. Very artificial.
Yeah.
A lot of them are. The dark chocolate's not. The blueberry's not. But the blueberry, again, I wouldn't solo it very often. The dark chocolate, yes. That's actually probably my go-to as far as medicine flower. That's the one that I'd recommend any overall. That would be the one.
Oh, really? Medicine flower pear, not great.
A lot of medicine flowers, even Fitty will say, that aren't the greatest.
Yeah, Dusty, the Flavora lemonade and the VSO lemonade are amazing together. I used to mix them together a lot, but now that the zesty lemon from Cap came out, I'm using that to back my lemonades instead of another lemonade because it's just brighter. But those two
Use,
do go good
use
together.
Buddha's hand a lot, and it's like kind of very similar vibe, except for I feel like the zesty lemon truly has no off notes or side notes in it.
As much as I used to use the Buddha's hand, I haven't touched it since the zesty lemon came out. It's still good. It's a good flavor. I just prefer the
Got a
zest.
softening note in there that kind of softens your lemonade, whereas the zesty lemon kind of accents.
Pops it.
That's the downside of the Buddha's hand. It softens your lemon, but it also it's good for. I think I would recommend a Buddha's hand if you are sensitive to like throat hit from lemonades. Soften it and give you that. Zesty lemon if you're looking for that from Cap, and the new FA spicy lime if you're looking for a zesty lime. That is like straight up lime zest. It's like it's the counterpart to the zesty lemon. I mean, the spicy thing scared us when we tested that thing. I swear, I was like, "Oh, not pepper." Cares about that. Thankfully, it was just a mislabel where it was lost in translation. It's just because we were both terrified that we waited and held that one off till the end because of that. It was like, no,
We
I
were
don't want to
so
test this.
scared. And then we tried it. We're like, ooh, ah, the
Okay,
claw.
there was another one in that same release that we were really excited about, and it was garbage. Can't remember what it
The
was. We were so excited because it sounded so good.
yeah, the pineapple coconut one, we were thinking it was going to be something different than it was, but it's a really good flavor. Um, the apple tartan wasn't bad. That blue blackberry raspberry, we were super excited about that. It was super soapy. It was soapy and floral
Oh, that
and
was yeah. That
not
was I
good.
think it was really potpourri.
Yeah.
Vanilla and sin are very much individually specific to your palate because there's just so many styles of vanilla out there. Those like the smooth vanilla, and I don't know about the medicine flower, but the smooth vanilla is kind of nice, soft vanilla. And then you have the really punchy vanillas, and then you have the ones that are kind of almost floral vanillas, and there's just so many varieties. We thought about that and how would we categorize that if it had won, because that was up for the last flavor series. If that
I
had
was like,
won,
I do not.
how?
You don't want to
How do
do
you
it.
categorize these? Because they're so vastly different, and there's some that cross the line into both paths and have to be ranked
I
separately.
mean, we'd have to rank them as extracts and creams and thickeners and French vanilla and Madagascar vanilla. There's just so many different categories. It's horrible. This one's gonna be bad enough.
Yeah, the
I'm
butterscotch
not looking
caramel
forward
series. And I
to that.
apologize again for another missed one, but with all the beta testing happening right now, we got to be careful not to burn our palates out because that what's going to take priority. Flavors that are coming out soon, we need to get tested and released, or
Old flavors that
old
we're
flavors that we're
testing for
just
a
kind of
series.
ranking. Gonna priority always is going to go to the one, and that's why we took a break this week. Because last week we kind of both pushed it pretty hard. The only flavors we had left were good and punchy flavors. Oh,
Thank
no big
God.
deal. But now we're doing a few offshoots. Like the initial testing for the betas is finished, but now we have some
Extras. Just
tangents,
extras.
tangents of the first thing, different variants of the first one that might come out as like mini lines within a line. And if these come out really well, we're hoping they do. We're testing them fully through, and yeah, I mean, could be a really nice release. I already know one flavor house is gonna have a good release for like 3 or 4 flavors are like pretty much must haves.
If
Like
he'd ever get off his butt and do it.
yeah, I don't know with what they're waiting for. I'm guessing gathering ingredients to make the flavors, letting them steep out properly, all that crap. But still,
I mean, I understand you've been busy with the new baby, but it's been a few months now. Come on, let's go.
yeah, the baby's not a baby anymore. You can pass that up. Better than vanilla sex.
Um, Sin shared a recipe with us
So I'm
here,
doing
Tim.
better than vanilla sex. That's the name of it.
Oh,
Super sweet 0.25. Cap
Sin.
sugar, vanilla custard 1%. Flavora marshmallow vanilla 1. Smooth vanilla 0.1. Flavora. Inawera custard at 1.5. Shisha vanilla from Inawera at 1.75. See what I mean? There's a combination here. And you're creating a special vanilla out of these vanillas. Then Madagascar bourbon vanilla flavor 0.5. Vanilla swirl at 1 DPA. And vanillin at 0.5. Vanillin, that's straight up extract. Vanilla swirl will give soften you out, which you wouldn't necessarily always like, but I could see that working good here because you're pushing this vanilla so much. toned down and smooth. This is almost like your emulsifier right there. That flavor. See, that's for me. That'd be vanilla overload for me. Truly the full on straight in your face vanilla person. But there's none of
I
those in
don't
there.
even
I
put
didn't see.
vanilla extract in when I'm baking. I use other extracts because he's like not a vanilla
I would
person.
say the shisha vanilla is probably the most not in my wheelhouse of all of them, but isn't bad either. Those vanillas there, every single one of them, those would all rank
All right.
fine for me.
But we need to specify it is the Inawera shisha vanilla that's not bad. The Capella shisha vanilla was disgusting.
Disgusting. Yes.
Was it?
Now,
It was Cap, yeah.
yeah, it was Cap. Because Cap, it was the same release that had the Cap
As the shisha strawberry. Yep.
shisha strawberry, which that on the delicious.
Is amazing.
It's very similar candy dish vibe, but it's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
You and Bill get along great. Tucky Bill, aka the chair, aka the golfer who Ian golfer, whatever it is. Yeah.
AKA the guy that left and only came back for the one show that we weren't there. What the fuck, Bill?
Yeah, he loves his vanillas too.
And we weren't there because we went to the pharmacy and the damn car broke down in the parking lot.
And the thing is, if your alternator belt breaks, even if you jump start it, you ain't getting home. Don't matter.
Does BT have a shisha vanilla?
It does. It's not as good as the Inaware. It's not as bad as the Cap either. It's kind of it's all right.
All right.
It could be used, but it's not going to give you that pop of flavor that you get from the Inaware.
So seriously, right now I'm just getting like a banana cheesecake and it's really good. I'm getting like touches of the smokiness from the maple and butterscotch because it hasn't steeped yet. But I'm enjoying it so much I can't put it down, but I really want to let it steep so that the blueberry comes through.
I'm bringing this in for you to try. I want you to try this and see what you think.
Oh, good. He can take his label while he's in here. This is the vape that never shows up.
All right, that was a weird reaction I wasn't expecting.
Oh, you cocksucking son of a bitch. That was
what
fucking
happened?
chocolate.
Yeah. Oh. I was wondering why there's such a reaction. I go, man, this tastes
I'm
good.
still not able to vape chocolate, and it's all Tim's fault. I hate you.
Well, yeah, you
Other
knew it was
than the fact
chocolate.
that it made me gag because it was chocolate, it did not taste bad. But the chocolate in it just
I completely spaced it.
chocolate.
The chocolate series really did kill her. Oh, Wayne was on earlier?
Hey, Neil.
Wayne's good people. Another one with a little baby at home.
Yeah, Wayne. When are you going to show up, Wayne? You were supposed to be here. And then you forgot it was Easter weekend and you didn't show up. And then you weren't home and you didn't show up. And we're still waiting for
We need
you.
to get Wayne a shirt that says, I got kids, okay?
They probably still have them on WWE.
I got kids.
Shop.com. Because there was that, who the hell was it? Heath Slater. I have kids.
See you, Dusty. We're going to get out of here soon, too. This was actually just a thank you show for you guys. And wanted to mix something up.
Go figure, Uncle Paulie will almost be home, too.
Yeah, I just wanted to do something for you guys. And then we're going to do some flavor testing tonight. Like I said, we're saving the palettes for that. That's more important. It was kind of a toss-up because I almost did it anyways. Like, but And we're gonna put off the testing of these until our palates recover. Yeah, make sure you try to use the code AFL when you're buying the flavoring. See if you can save some money. And if there is a site that everybody likes to use, send it into Mixer's mailbox at gmail.com or on the website through the messenger and let me know. I've been getting asked questions lately on there. We're gonna have a question to go over on Saturday. I've been asking the people in the group about as well about a flavor concept. Oh, actually, I can even mention it here. One-on-one, powdered sugar. Kept the spare bottle in the fridge, and it has crystallization at the bottom that won't go away when heated back. I tried putting it in warm water to heat it back up. It didn't go away. I've never had that happen with one-on-one. I know some flavorings do have that issue, but is it because it was put in the fridge, or maybe it had a temperature issue or something wrong with it, or if it's actually safe? I'm thinking it's probably not unsafe, but it might not be as sweet because it's probably like sugar crystals. Probably a low level amount of sweetener in there, which there are in some flavorings. And then that's what my theory is on it. But like that flavor, we had another thing about Flavor West. What was it? Yellow cake. People having problems with that, like separating and getting the weird, like funky, muddy color through it and stuff. Now, see that I would have a problem trusting. Something happened to that, and it seemed like it's a very batch specific thing that happened. Similar to what happened with one-on-one with their strawberry cheesecake, or what is it? What's the one-on-one that TJ had issues with?
Strawberry jam one-on-one.
Strawberry jam, where it had the separation issue. The one batch was bad. I feel like that Flavor West is either similar to that or something going on, because I've never had one separate that badly. Steve-O had a big bottle of it that did that, and in the end, he wound up throwing it out because he just couldn't trust it, especially for like.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm thinking that too. I think even with the powdered sugar, I wouldn't trust it. And I've never had one do that. So that's where we're probably going to go with it for safety's sake, and unless there's quite a few people that say they've had it and it's been fine. I've never heard of that with that one-on-one powdered sugar crystallizing in the bottle. So to me, there's something happened. It might have been the fridge had too much moisture and condensation got inside, which could mess everything up, or something happened.
I mean, I get sketched out using the marshmallow raw because it crystallizes around the cap on the outside, not even in the bottle. If it's in the
But
bottle, I don't know if I would trust
but
that.
you're also talking about something has some added sugars. Like we went through, I got a list from Wonder Flavors when Wayne asked got asked whether or not there's different types of sugar like concentrates added to the flavorings. There's a good 10 to 15%. Wonder Flavors. I feel like Flavor West is probably more like 20% or better to add some sugars to their. The sweetener's already built into some. Hey, there you are. It was the right time. That's who asked the question. So
we're gonna go over it again Saturday. Don't worry.
Go over it again Saturday. I still think we should get more feedback before we make a final decision, but it's swaying towards the fact that maybe it might not be something happened to that bottle, or there was a bad batch. I hate that too, because that's a good flavor.
I would totally not trust it, but that's my personal opinion.
Oh, there you go. They know who asked the question, but yeah, I think it's important. Good question, great question. It was like I saw the question in the it was in one of Wayne's chats, DIY chats, about the Flavor West yellow cake, and ironically, it just happened like what 3-4 months ago, maybe within the last 6 months for sure. With Steve-O with that big bottle he got in from Dan, and it was colored like that, and in the end, he threw it away. Well, it makes sense. And it just, I would wonder. It didn't age well. Maybe
but
somehow.
Again, I wonder if it's a bad batch with that, because we've had concentrates that we've kept in the refrigerator and they've never done that.
That's the thing. If you were like using it food flavoring wise, fine, probably okay, because especially you're gonna cook it. But this stuff goes in your lungs. It's like that Flavor West yellow cake. In the end, I said my opinion was throw it, and with the Flavor West yellow cake turning that muddy color, because that's going in your lungs. if there is
I
some
mean,
kind of
the
weird
fact
chemical
that
reaction
that
or
was
something wrong
separating
with
like
it,
instantly after it was getting shaped, I wouldn't
yeah,
even
shake
use
it and you could
food.
watch it literally on screen. It'd be separating that yellow cake, and that is not okay.
But I mean, that powdered sugar, I don't necessarily think I would trust vaping it, but you could definitely give it a good shake and use it in your foods. So add a little powdered
Add some
sugar
coffee
sweetener.
as a sweetener in your coffee.
Yeah. I mean, we use these flavors in our coffee. I use them in baking. I use them in our ice cream mixes. We haven't
Floating in your
tried them in the
stomach is a
slushy
lot
machine
more
yet.
forgiving than, yeah, the chemistry behind the product. Exactly, Mike. Some of them we know separate, and it's just known that that's the way they work. And you know what? There's some flavorings we know have a small level of risk involved. Well, with something like that, are you sure it's not a bacteria? 100%. You can be sure it's not like some kind of chemical compound that's not safe. Uh, could it be a breakdown of the bottle? Like crystallization could be a breakdown of your actual plastics in your bottle actually causing that crystallization. The reaction to the chemical and the temperature or the moisture or whatever.
Like,
And when it comes down to it, in the end, doing this to be safer, not less safe, I err on the side of safety.
ooh. Speaking of foods and flavorings, let's go back to that raspberry because I did it after the show
Funky Mike.
Saturday. I got a little thing of cream cheese frosting from Pillsbury, and I added about a tablespoon of premium raspberry. Or no, excuse me, a teaspoon. A teaspoon of premium raspberry and a teaspoon of natural raspberry from Wonder Flavor. Holy shit, that was good. Tim, you tried it and you liked it.
It was pretty good. I
You
like.
didn't try it the fat kid way I was doing it, but see, because I
I
had some.
wasn't. I wasn't sitting there eating a tub of frosting in the dark.
No, 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 no. I had Oreos.
Oh,
So
that's
I was
right.
taking them apart, putting the frosting on top of the cream on the Oreo, putting it back together, dipping it in the milk, and eating that shit. And, oh.
We saw something similar to what you just said, Steven, this
Hey,
morning.
Funky Bunk.
That's crazy. I was crazy once. I'm doing much better now. Yeah, it's that counsel in your head that's been helping you out, Steve. Definitely should hire him full time.
Another thing I've made with them, peanut butter fudge with orange is really good. I used the SSA bakery orange in some peanut butter fudge, and it was phenomenal.
What was it? A teaspoon of the medicine. I mean, Wonder Flavors
A
chocolate
teaspoon
dark ice
each
cream.
of the buttercream peanut butter and the ice cream dark chocolate from Medicine Flower. Or from Wonder Flavor. You said Medicine Flower first, it fucked me up.
Yeah, in the base of powdered cream cheese, milk, or creamer, whichever you want. Which cream would be smoother. We did the milk in this. And there's allulose and monk fruit in the ice cream base
Okay.
swirl.
No.
And then
There's not monk fruit. There's monk fruit sweetener. There's a little bit of a
that's
difference
what I
there.
meant, monk fruit sweetener. Okay. And then I added some chocolate nibs and some Dollar Tree honey roasted peanuts. Put them in as a mix in, and it actually mushes the peanuts kind of when it does that too. Oh my god, that was it was a really good version of a chocolate peanut butter cup ice cream. It was delicious. Absolutely. And like minus whatever it was for the peanuts and the nibs, which was minimal because there weren't that many to begin with. 16 carbs for that. So it's less than about 20 carbs for the whole pint.
Mm-hmm.
Try to find ice cream that tastes that good from vendor anywhere. Not going to happen. That's why we got this stuff, so we can actually be a little healthier and use these flavorings. Some of these flavorings might not taste good to you in this, but they might taste really good in some food. Then there's just some that are just absolutely horrible, no matter how you Black Soul.
Yeah, fucking Echo Dub. Screw you. Wanting me to make Black Soul ice cream, you.
Why ruin an ice cream base like that? Now, black licorice ice cream. That might happen. Tropical blast recipe. Good, Neil. That's good to hear. And thank you guys. Everybody mix it along with the hashtag. I'm not kidding. I look through them constantly. And every once in a while, I will get either inspiration from them. And there's a few I do have in a saved folder to mix when the time is right. I'm really kind of seasonal. So there's a few that are saved from last year from throughout the winter for this summer. There's a few for saved for the fall and winter type months. I'm very seasonal. Hey, Mal. Yeah, it's Tuesday, and yeah, we just did this instead because we just trying to save our palette data. Oh, bad timing. See, and that's a weird thing. The one that the way it sounds like the one you left out is fine. Something happened in the fridge. It could be. You gotta remember, it's a regular fridge, like where you keep your groceries. They tend to have more moisture. I use the wine fridge because that's a drier situation. That could have been a factor, because you'll get weird condensation could kind of seep in through the cap, and that could have caused. Oh, Flavor Rush Jawbreaker. Oh, that's. I get more like burnt grandma's perfume out of it, but it's pretty bad. That's the one that was in the Airheads. Hell, was that? Was it the Jawbreaker? Wasn't it? Jawbreaker heads.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it.
Air
Got
Factory, go
excited.
ahead.
Gave me a bottle at the shop. I was all excited to try. Oh, nothing like vaping burnt grandma's perfume.
Oh my god, I cannot type.
There you go. Yeah, that's the base. And it's low carb, simple, easy, works in a Ninja Swirl or Creamy. The way she does it, she never uses the swirl factor anyway. I haven't even made, you only made the one swirl. All the rest I've just used the soft ice cream.
There we go. That's the ice cream base I use. You're going to want to adjust your sweetener to taste. If you like it sweeter, obviously you're going to want to use more sugar, or you're going to want to use regular sugar instead of a monk fruit sugar, because that's a low calorie sweetener. We don't like super sweet ice cream, which is a problem that with buying ice cream from the store. We're both diabetic. It's too sweet. So this is perfect for us because we can adjust our sweetener. I made some taffy peanut butter from Wonder Flavor ice cream. I just used I used 2 teaspoons of that because I was only using one flavoring. I put in even less sugar than I normally do. It was not sweet at all, and it was just like a beautiful peanut butter ice cream. I didn't miss the sweetener at all. It was so
Oh,
good.
a warning though, when if you do use that in an ice cream base, and some food is that you don't cook, you'll find that the naturally extracted flavors, you will get that natural extraction like polynote.
Mhm.
It comes through badly and it doesn't.
Not just the note, but I did try to use like the naturally extracted VSO in the ice cream base, and it crystallized. So it didn't blend in, it just crystallized it. So you'd get like ice crystals of weird, funky
Now,
flavor.
if you're baking, not a big deal. That'll help.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
But if it's
'Cause I
something you're
used the
not
banana
cooking,
raw to make a cake before, and it was beautiful.
something you're not cooking, it is a factor. Just be aware of that. Rainbow sherbet.
Like this year, my brother made the cake, but last year I made my sister-in-law and I a chocolate banana cake for her birthday. Like I did different layers. I made one color was chocolate, one color was banana, and I alternated of putting them in the pan and swirled it, and it was so good. You get like a bite of chocolate cake, you get a bite of banana cake, you get a bite of them blended.
All the flavors were from here,
Mhm.
stash.
I used chocolate mousse from SSA for the chocolate, and I used banana raw for the banana.
I mean, once you
And I
get a
used a
flavor
little cocoa
stash,
powder
use
with
it.
the chocolate too to darken it up a tiny bit for the cake. But
And I'm just saying, and mostly this is for you because why not try and use that as a food flavor? If you don't trust it in this, then you're right in your food. It still work okay. especially if it's something that has some heat to it. I'd recommend some of the heat just in case there's something going on there that might not be healthy. I mean, a cook or a coffee where it's hot already, something like that. You should be butter pecan flavor West, excellent in a coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Excellent and ice cream.
I almost, it's right here. Decided to do something. That was tempting, but then I was like, you know what? I really kind of want to get a base going. Chocolate cheesecake milkshake base. It worked. Yeah, but it's got a nice chocolate note to it.
Chocolate.
Gagged like that, I thought for sure. I was like, man, it didn't taste bad to me. It
Chocolate.
tastes good to me. But did you get the cheesecake coming through in the gram? I got it all.
Yeah,
there.
I got the cheesecake, I got the graham, I got the chocolate. It's just that chocolate hit me, and I was like, chocolate. You ruined me for chocolate. I can't even eat it. I hate you.
So all of those men out there, they're looking to get their women off chocolate. All you gotta do is do a flavor series, make them test every chocolate you can possibly get your hands on. It works.
I ran into a friend I haven't seen in 20 years in the grocery store, and we were chatting in the line, and I told her about that. I said, I can't even eat chocolate anymore. It makes me gag. She goes, maybe I should try doing that. And I'm like, yeah, I remember the bags of sugar and candy you used to
We
eat
do
at
that
work
same.
every night.
It hasn't quite been warm enough yet, but you're gonna see a lot of slushy recipes come up as well. Slushy recipes.
I mean,
At
he
that
uses these flavors in his
stream.
soda stream drinks. Sin's got a really good point. They work really well in cocktails. Benny Vapes from the UK, he does a Christmas show every year where we mix flavors in vodka.
Oh, the
Hot
first
dogs
mix
and
I
beans,
made.
fuck you, Rocky.
The first mix I made in the slushy was we made like a pina colada ish thing, and we added some actual of our coconut flavors, and it was yum.
No, we didn't, because we bought that sweet coconut syrup, so you use that.
Oh, I added some
No, you
flavoring
didn't.
too.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't, because I didn't dig him out, so fuck you.
Coconut cheesecake is right here, and I did add. So was it desiccated. I did add some.
We don't need to hear about your eating out experiences, Rocky. Thank you very much. But
Hot
enjoy
dogs
your
and
dinner.
beans, yeah. You put that right alongside your mayo and your tater tot recipe, and put it all together in one vape. Go for it. Or you do multiples, so you get a little bit of each serving.
I cooked up a spiral ham in the Instapot, covered it in glaze when it came out, and took some leftover baked potatoes and threw them in the pan with some butter.
Pancakes.
Ooh, banana blueberry pancakes, because we have some blueberries in the freezer. I've made banana blueberry pancakes with real banana. It
Yeah, but it
changes the
gets
texture,
gooey.
though.
It gets gooey.
The flavor is good. The texture is gooey. So maybe using some of the banana raw would, ooh. We got too much in the fridge right now for me to pull them out, but once we get a little bit out of there, because we just went shopping yesterday, I'll pull out some blueberries to make the pancakes.
Eating dinner. Yeah, we just ate that.
Dinner?
We're gonna suffer later. My stomach does not handle
It's
ham
lunchtime.
like
It ain't dinner time.
ham doesn't settle like it used to, so I'm gonna suffer later, but it takes.
It's all right. I'll put an end to my suffering here in a little bit.
Yeah, for those who haven't seen it, music video to my heavily tuned voice.
Be prepared to have this song stuck in your head forever after you listen to it, because it is one of those.
But
it's ham. It's worth it. Exactly. That's why when Tim was like, oh, I don't want to suffer, but oh, it's so good. And oh, it's a spiral ham. And oh, it's a good price, but I don't want to suffer. I'm like, just fucking get it already. Jesus Christ. You know you want it. You know I want it. You know we're going to suffer, but we're going to enjoy it. Just get the goddamn
delicious.
thing.
Tonight I'll regret it.
All right. We don't have a show tomorrow now because Freaking Liam took a week off to spend with his wife for her birthday, so Benny's like, I'll just take another week off too. Yeah, we don't do breakfast for breakfast, and I
Yeah, we
can't eat
have to.
breakfast food for breakfast.
I
The
can eat
ham and
breakfast for
potatoes with their
dinner.
breakfast.
I can eat breakfast for dinner, but I can't eat.
Like a lot of times, I'll make leftover spaghetti for breakfast. We don't very often have leftover pizza,
Very often have
and we
pizza.
don't want to mention pizza because I didn't get my pizza yesterday, and I'm still upset.
Wasn't my fault.
No, the fucking app wouldn't work. That's twice in a row that food apps have fucked me over because we ordered
hold on,
the
hold on,
Subway.
hold on. Don't start.
This is not a Saturday.
Doesn't matter.
Welcome. Come and listen to what is on Cassie's mind this week. It may be something wonderful or something diabolical. Are you scared? You should be.
Thank you for making me wait.
There you go. They didn't
Fuck
hear
you
say
for
it.
making me wait. I was on a roll. All right, this is 2 times in a row. So we ordered that Subway a couple weeks ago. Tim put his in order. Went through. I clicked mine. 5 to 10 seconds later, wouldn't go through. Tim tried on his app. I tried on my app. The fucking app went down right after his went through. So I got screwed out of my sub. And he gets all the vegetables, so I can't even eat half of his sub because it's disgusting and I don't like the sauces he uses. Okay? Still haven't gotten my sub, by the way, and that was 2.5 weeks ago. Almost 3. Anyway, yesterday we were going to order some fucking Domino's because we were going to go Saturday. And Tim's like, let's wait until we go shopping so we don't have to make a special trip out. No big deal. Fucking app won't sign in again. I'm like, what the fuck? That's twice in 3 weeks that I have gotten fucked because of the apps. I was livid. I'm like, I just want my fucking stuffed crust pizza.
About 3-4 months ago, I realized they'd finally opened a Wendy's in the town where we actually go, and the app had really good deals on it. And checked them out while I was waiting for her to get out of her doctor's appointment. On the way home, we were headed by there. I was going to say, get it. Got into town, app wouldn't work. Yep, it's fun.
And I just wanted my garlic roast beef sub. Ugh.
Yeah, she's still mad, Steven, because it's still happening. It's like she's getting.
Because now I got fucked out of my pizza. I knew if we didn't go Saturday when it was all signed in, I had the order ready to go. All I had to do was click it and just walk out the door. And he's like, wait, let's go tomorrow when we go shopping. We didn't go shopping Sunday. We went shopping yesterday, and then the fucking app wouldn't work. Speaking of which,
it was also almost closing time.
You're going to get me a fucking pizza.
It was also almost closing time at the time when you wanted to do it. Like, we're pushing it. And plus, chances are that time of night, we get pulled over because they think I was drinking. And by the way, I realized afterwards I had been drinking because we were drinking a drink and I had just finished it. It's like, okay, maybe I shouldn't drive yet. So we decided to wait for next. But she'd made us the rum and coke with the coconut rum. Didn't even dawn on me I was having a mixed drink at the time.
And of course, he chugged it at the end. And then he's like, oh, wait, I don't think I should drive.
I chugged it because I couldn't put it away. And I was like, that tasted like, oh, shit.
Instantly let me fucking sign in. Instantly. Fuckingly.
He fought with that thing for 20 minutes. I'm like, dude, I would have gotten the pizza if it was quick. This is ridiculous. I just want to go home. It does when you mix it the way she mixes it, Sin. She's not a light pourer. You might as well do shots or a little Coke on top. Yeah, pina colada. Well, I'm not kidding. Like, that's what we need to do. We need to get everything for. Remember that, hon, when we go out. Everything to make a proper pina colada and slush. That'll be next week. I want a true pina colada with everything properly made. It'll be carved and everything. Oh, we could actually probably substitute the sugar part. I remember Bull City does have sugarings and stuff. We just got in the isomalt. hard candy from them. Use the flavorings to make some of that too. Well, beef, period, Rocky. Got me a beef, lamb, venison. A meat person. Sorry to all vegetarians out there, but I prefer my vegetarianism by proxy. Most of my vegetables have to be eaten by the animal first. And then I'll eat it, that animal, which technically is secondhand vegetarianism. Holy shit.
All right, was it the
Rocky.
honey barbecue, the hot buffalo, the plain, the sweet mango habanero, or the boneless wings that you wanted?
Wrong time. We're on a show.
I'm just putting it in to see how much it's gonna cost. Tell me what you want.
I think it was the sweet mango again. Sweet mango
Blue
habanero,
cheese
right? Those were pretty good. Or was it the pineapple?
The pineapple's not available for this.
Ain't fun till the cops are called. That's right, Mike. $17 a pound. Oh, my pet peeve. So we're eating more meat. It's actually better for my diet to keep the carbs down. We had a deal on Econo burgers from Market Basket. I'm thinking, don't remember if we like these or not, but we can give them a try. $15.99, $16.99 for 5 pounds. He goes in, comes out with 2 boxes of 2 pounds each for $13 per box. So $6.50 a pound for Econo burgers. Not very economic, is it? But she was in a rush trying to hurry up. But at the same time, it's stuck in the back of my head. It's like, I can't get over this. You paid $6.50 a pound for Eco burgers. What the fuck? We could add steak. Yeah, see, what? Pro tip, sharp. They'll be less likely to finish the job. Nope, that would be a good base. Like I said, I did say anything you want to do with like a jammy or semi-sugared like fruit in this base with this chocolate cake. Good. That is delicious.
All right,
Probably
so for
gonna
the
do a
two
blueberry
things, it'll
bridge.
be $20.96, and you save $8.25. It's ready to hit the button when we're ready, done with the show.
So the show's gonna go on till 1 a.m. when Domino's closes.
Have fun starving to death because I'm not getting up in the middle of a show to go cook you food because you don't want to go get Domino's, you turd.
We got a Wagyu place right up the road.
Yeah, no, Neil, because Tim can't raise an animal and then eat it. We tried that with chickens.
When I was a kid, I could do it. Then I had a kid. It softened me too much. Now I can't do it. I get too attached to my animals, and they'll become. My cow would be like having a dog that lives in your yard and go out and pet. That's what would happen.
Look at how he is with the rabbit. She literally sleeps on his pillow every night. Except now with this new couch, I'm up further. So, like, my pillow is literally here. His pillow is against it. So I'm like looking down at her over the pillow. She doesn't like that. Although she's gotten weird. Sometimes she just wants my hand. So I've got to like sling my arm over his pillow and just like sleep with my arm slung over his pillow while she pins my hand.
Thank you, Funky Monkey. Yeah, I'll let her know. Just like I said, I haven't. I've seen her cry, but not like kind of. She had to get off the phone. Get off the phone. Like I said, it was really weird seeing the interaction thing because they talk, chat. Yet, her friend's daughter had me call. I tell my mother to call her because for some reason the connection couldn't be direct. I sometimes grief does that to you. It really messes with your mind. Yeah, same thing, Neil. I mean, I've been there with that, and I, see if it was at my brother's, my cousin actually has some beef he's raising. I go to visit if they have any of this fall. I might get some of that meat. I can't do it if I've actually raised it myself because I tend to treat them like pets. Chickens right now, they're pets. I remember my rooster named Puppy, honey.
Yep.
It actually acted like a puppy. It actually protected me from another mean rooster. Actually, him and all those brothers did. We bought 6 astrolops, is that right? And
Black astrolops, yep.
and they all turned out to be roosters, all 6. But they were all up my ass, my little buddies. But one of them in particular was Puppy. Follow me everywhere at my hip.
Yeah. Puppy actually was Tyra's rooster to begin with.
And he decided it's mine.
Yours was a dick. Yours is the one that tried to pluck out my freaking eyeball.
Captain?
Because I would sit on the couch with them and I'd have all 6 of the little chicks look like 6 little baby penguins lined up on my arm, and they would sit there just like this and watch TV with me. Except for his would run up on my shoulder and try to peck out my eye. And it was always his. And I knew it was his because of the markings on the head. It was slightly different.
But he'd come over to me. Peaceful sleeping.
Yep, I'd have the other 5. He'd have that. That one come over and try to pluck out my eye and then shit on me and go back to him. It's like your duck was a jerk too. I have a scar on my collarbone. Sarge bit me. He was a jerk to everybody but you. However, my little Leo was sweet to everybody.
Duck eggs are so good. They're actually my favorite eggs.
Another thing with the ducks, we only ended up with 1 female out of 6 ducks.
There's a place where I can get duck eggs on the way from when we go to dock. Need to stop and get. They're not even that much more expensive than eggs in the store. Regular eggs. Might as well get the duck eggs.
It'd be interesting to see if I can handle duck eggs because I can't eat chicken eggs anymore. They really mess with my stomach and make me nauseous. Yeah. I've always been like that with eggs if they weren't cooked the right way. Like, I've never been able to eat egg salad.
What? You wouldn't survive at Rockies?
No. Egg salad, I think it's more of a texture thing. The texture makes me want to hurl. Now what are you doing?
Asking a question.
Oh, by the way, look, Subway footlongs are still $6.99 if you want to just stop and do that on the way home tomorrow instead. Be a little cheaper than the pizza still. Healthier. Roast beef. Lots of pickles. Lots of pickles.
I'm curious.
Turkey eggs.
Turkey eggs are good. Although I've never had anybody that had enough turkeys that we actually got very many, except for when I was a kid. Goose eggs are good too. Neighbor grew geese. Occasionally we had turkeys that would lay and chickens, and I'd go over there and help her out. And this was at a time, I think, latchkey kid type situation, where my mother would be gone for long periods of time, and I'd sometimes go over there. So I had extra things to eat, so I could have some eggs with my food. I'd go over and work at the neighbors, take care of her chickens, ducks, turkeys, whatever, and I'd get eggs, plus to help incubate them and all that kind of stuff.
See, the problem with that, Rocky, is that Easter eggs are chocolate. So even once you get past that foil, it's still chocolate.
Oh, Rocky, were you here when she tried my vape?
Not yet.
She started gagging. I thought that was pretty good. She's like gagging and coughing and everything else because it's chocolate.
And I have tried the powdered eggs. They're horrible. No, I'll avoid eggs if I.
the liquid eggs in the carton thing, the real eggs that were already pre-mixed, those weren't terrible.
Yeah, they are.
They were not as bad as I expected them.
It depends on the brand. If you get the super cheap ones, they're really funky and gritty and slimy. The better brands aren't terrible.
Got chicken
Like the
right
egg
outside the
beaters.
front door, which works great because I'm gonna go out the front door. Neighbor comes by, feeds him grass and talks.
Which is why there was grass in my bag full of sunshine that he dropped off on my birthday because he was feeding the chickens grass. Well, there was more
These were
than one
rescue chickens too.
that we got from his friend because they
They
wanted to get rid of
split,
them.
and the husband left. Wife had the house, but she didn't want the chickens. His chickens, but he was gone. Obviously, him staying in a motel, hotel, whatever, or on the couch, wherever he went, couldn't take the chickens.
What? Black Betty would have had a heck of a time.
I realize that
destroying
you
a
like
hotel
Flavor
room.
of Sweetness. I think Rocky likes Flavor of Sweetness, and that's why I said other. I was gonna get into it, but got
There's
so
2 or
sweet. I know
3
Bob likes
VSO ones. There's Flavor West. There's Laura. There's Cap. There's Flavor Art.
and it only allows me 5 slots, so it felt like it was beyond those 2. It's kind of nitpick. I was also curious on Cap versus the other, because Cap is the old school one, but a lot of people are switching to the Perillum one. It's a little bit cheaper, and it doesn't gunk your coils.
And you don't get that bright note.
Right, I call it citrus, but it's sort of pseudo citrus. It's not pure citrus, by the way. It does give you that kind of citrusy.
Just so that Rocky doesn't yell at us again and get all into, I'm Rocky and I know all of everything and I like to pick on Lady about vodka and milk and honey.
Drink another 32 shots.
Yeah, it's not so much a citrus as a brightness. The Perlum's good, Steven. That's all I use.
It's pretty on par with Cap. Mine a little bit bright, kind of citrusy, and it actually brighten it. If you don't notice it completely, but a straight like fruit mix, I can tell if I use the Cap or not. Kind of does brighten up your citrus, your fruit, kind of like an additive. But I kind of call it a citrus, but it's not truly a citrus. No.
I think one of the turtles is playing. I just heard some water and I was like, what the heck?
Those are also rescues.
Yep.
We rescue him. I used to have a reptile room. Then once they all finally passed away, and I never got new ones in because she doesn't. So I never got any more, and then it wasn't worth keeping. Because you got to keep that room. It's a lot easier to keep a room nice and warm for like tropical reptiles than it is to try and keep individual tank cages warm. That's exactly how I do it, Neil. Exactly. I use Perillum most of the time, but if I'm doing a fruit recipe or a candy recipe, I'll throw a Cap in.
The first bunny was a rescue. The mother and father got divorced, and the little boy was not able to take care of him because he was in school, and they weren't able to take care of her because they were working. And
It wasn't so
that's
much
how I
take
got my
care
little
of. She
dog.
felt like it didn't get enough
Yeah.
praise to them. Honestly, we didn't realize it at the time, but yeah, that she never spent time in a cage. This one spends most of the time only when we're in here doing shows. Got a
Or
potty.
when she has to go potty. She's gonna spend some more time in her cage too if she doesn't stop scratching up my hands, you little turd.
I'm gonna buy her the movie tonight.
Don't. No, you're not. She is being punished.
Oh, okay. We'll call this.
Well,
Gotta
I
ask-
put it in the group chat, Steve-O.
I like that. Okay. So yeah, it's pretty neck and neck, and that's where I felt like it fits. For me, that it fits. It depends on my mix. Pretty neck and neck for Cap. It used to be very much Cap heavy, because that was the go standard. Hey, you know what I'm asking?
Ah. Well, see, that's not my fault. I put it in there. I have it muted too. Oh, so while he's looking at stuff, I guess I can tell you about the new little gadget I got yesterday. Because guess what? We got another coffee maker.
We did. Yeah.
You need another option on there that says hell to the fucking no. God, I hate that movie.
Yes, Steve.
I didn't used
Steven.
to.
Steven and Steve. Yes, we bought another coffee maker because we went down the clearance aisle at Walmart. Remember how we went down there before and we were talking to Paul about it? Where they had the one that has the grinder built in, but then it was gone by the next time we went.
Well, this is a different one, and it was a little bit cheaper even than that one. This one was only 71. Okay, but it has the built-in grinder, so it actually grinds your coffee and brews it. You don't have to do shit. You just hit a button. And it's pink.
Rachel Ray, right?
No. I thought it was Rachel Ray because the box is orange. It's Drew Barrymore.
Oh. And the problem we've been having lately, we drink Death Wish. The Death Wish coffees having the same issue we've had with other coffees in the past, where sometimes it comes across really super bitter, even with the medium roast. Getting some super bitter coffee occasionally, never consistent. However, with our espresso beans and stuff, they're consistent. Always been consistent since I've been getting them. Get the brand. You have it right there.
Mm-mm. It's in the cupboard out there. I don't keep it in here because
But
I don't have a cabinet.
it's the most common brand. It's consistent. So if we can grind it ourselves, it'll be consistent. Plus, if we ever want to try something, this one also, unlike the other one we looked at before, this one will do pre-ground coffee you can put in it. You don't have to use the grinder. So yeah. I do like French press for coffees, but it's a lot more work. And I'm not going to get...
No. He was going to be lucky if I come in here to make him a coffee in here every day. Don't just use the other one for now. Because, I mean, this is a single cup one. And do you know how much of a pain in the ass it's going to be to drag my tired ass in here to, like, sit here to make 2 cups of coffee in the morning going, come on, I just want
Rocky
my
and Neil
coffee.
Rocky and Neil are both right. Dash of salt does help, but you shouldn't have to. If you buy a higher end coffee, you have to add it. If you're used to it now.
Rocky, I want to be able to drink my coffee, not dump it down the drain. But thank you. That was an awesome suggestion.
You know, laugh all you want. Maybe not milk and honey flavoring, but if you add some actual milk, add some actual honey to a coffee, it's...
Well, I mean, I use creamer, not milk. I don't like milk in coffee.
Add the honey, it's better.
Weird.
I'm with Rocky on the milk and honey and coffee. I'm for that. Milk and honey and tea as well. And oh, that's a good question for a later date is whole tea. A lot of people like tea. Tea has to be tea. There's no milk or no sweetener in it. And there's others where sweetener's okay, milk's okay. And I grew up, my aunt always made tea every day for us, at least once during the day. It's had milk in it, with a little sugar or honey. That's how I grew up on it, and I always liked it that way. I blow some O's. Nick will love that. We have to have that queued up for the stream. Don't anybody tell them ahead of time. Guys, you have to watch this stream to know what's happening.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'll beat you, Steven. Boom. There you go. Blow some O's. There's the link to it. Like how quick that was? Hell yeah.
See, whereas he's embarrassed about his little side gander thing, I'm really happy about my... a lot of work on that.
See, that song still makes me a little sad.
Was the
Diggle.
and we literally watched it every morning.
She would throw a fit in the mornings, and I was like, God damn it. And I'd put that song on, she'd calm right down, and she'd settle right down and cuddle right in. And as soon as it was just before Nick showed up on the screen, pop up that head,
Her head
ears
would be up
perked
and
up, and her
focused.
head was staring right at that TV. She knew when he was coming on and she watched it, and then she would go back to
You
sleep.
got used to seeing the vlog every week. Get more into him a lot back then.
She loves Casey. She loved Casey and Addie, Michelle.
She was very, very focused on who she liked and who she didn't. And even through Zoom, the TV, she knew who people were. One day she was acting really funky and like trying to like jump from the couch to the screen, but not really jump, but act like she was trying to. Took her over the screen and she tried to pull Casey out of the screen.
Yep.
That was cute.
They held her and she was like, just like grabbing at the screen, trying to get her. I'm like, oh.
What's the story behind Milk and Honey? Rocky loves flavor of Milk and Honey. It's one of his favorite flavors.
It does not taste like milk, nor does it taste like honey, and I don't like the flavor. And Rocky likes to
like
push it, and I like to harass
syrupy.
him.
It is more like a dark syrupy, almost molasses caramel flavor. But I like it. It's okay in bakeries. I don't like it for everything, but that's because it's so dark. But I mean, everybody has their own taste. If you get used to a flavor and you really like it, enjoy what you like. That's what matters.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Just because it's a flavor I don't like, I would just not talk about it if it wasn't for the fact that Rocky likes to harass me by mentioning it every 5 seconds, and I like to harass him back by telling him it's dumpster fire.
Lambas bread. You and I are not a fan. There are people that love that flavor, including Addie.
If you love that flavor, then you like sucking dick. That's all I'm going to say. It straight up tastes like fucking jits. It is disgusting. I don't care what people think it tastes like muffin. It tastes like fucking man juice. After he's been eating a lot of onion and garlic.
That's a lot less opinionated on that. I mean, I'm not a fan of it, but I mean, doesn't mean it. You know,
I'm still waiting for you to do like Michelle told ya. Michelle Lynn, dull dime, told Tim he needed to go stand out on a street corner and test for himself to see if that's what it really tasted like. When I was like, that's straight up jizz. Ew, Rocky.
Rocky.
Ew. Oh. Ew. Ew.
But yeah, Milk and Honey, it's all like, it's a preferred. I mean, it's, you like it or you don't like it. Period. Not, I mean, Lambas bread, you like it, you don't like it. There's some flavors like that, okay? Yeah, Steven, you can already tell what my life's like, huh? Just from those comments. Yeah, okay. Good for you, Rocky. Lucky guy.
Listen, if I wanted semen in my mouth, I'd be more than happy to give you what you want. But the taste, the texture, the consistency, it all is vomit worthy, and I don't like it. So you can go blow yourself while you're blowing some O's. And if you don't like that, then you can go fuck yourself too.
How pleasant.
I'll just snuggle up with my Ashley on the couch so she can terrorize me some more.
Oh, let's see where this is going so far, huh? Oh, it's looking resounding like I need to buy that movie. It's not that expensive.
Yeah, it was like $5 on.
You just won't let me buy it.
I haven't looked on Prime.
Won't let me buy it for baby.
No, because it's not available anywhere, so I get a break. Don't buy it, then I never get a break. Although there is Scooby-Doo and the Curse of the Werewolf is on Tubi now, so I might have to watch that with her because that's one she hasn't watched
Likes
yet.
it, but she doesn't love it.
She loves Scooby.
And when Bad to the Bone comes on that movie, it is game time.
If he even plays it, the song, just the song, not the movie, just the song, Bad to the Bone, she like looks at the TV. And if it's not playing, she'll look at me. Grunt and thump.
It's so funny because she tried the other movies in that series. He's the bad guy. No. Genesis
Arnold has to be the good guy.
Tolerates Genesis to a degree because he's also the good guy. But he's also plays the bad guy.
We watched the first one. She's like, that's not my Arnold. He's a bad guy. I don't like that. Turn it off. That's not right.
It's so funny. I thought she, I was thinking character, same character, right?
See, there is a reason I will not let this bunny watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail, specifically the Killer Bunny scene. The other bunny watched that and immediately jumped up and tried to rip out my throat. This bunny is bigger. She can do some fucking damage. She's not watching it.
I mean, I don't know how you see it on the screen, but the other night, her Cassie's like pod thing kept going off, and all of her alarms.
Yeah,
were
the
going
phone
off.
for my pod because it was low on insulin and it was expiring. And it was across the room on the charger because it had died, and I wasn't getting my ass out of bed and taking off my CPAP machine to go there, hit some buttons. She can fucking deal with it.
So
It was
she
not that loud.
Clamped down with her front and back feet on my arm, kept tearing me apart.
That, and if I take my hand away and she wants it, she like picks on him.
That got broken arrow quickly. Yes, it did, Mike.
Hey, you think that the pulling out the throat thing was bad? I had a set of scissors under the coffee table. Diggle was on the floor because she liked to sit on the floor in front of the fan because she was a fluffy bunny. She got overheated. She grabbed the scissors from under the coffee table, and I felt something sharp when she did it. She stabbed me in the foot. It's like, no, it was just the way she grabbed them. She pulled them down. They landed on my foot. No big deal, whatever. It wasn't on purpose. I put them back. She went and did it again, and I watched her. I watched her pull them out, look to see what end was which, turn her head sideways, and jam them into my foot. And she kept going back to that spot looking for the scissors after I moved them after that because I realized she was doing it on purpose.
And she kept looking for him, yeah.
Ashley hurts me a lot more than Diggle did because she's bigger. But she doesn't do it on purpose. She's just clumsy. My finger's healing nicely from where she got it, though. Can hardly even tell it's scratched anymore. This one, however, looks pretty bad. I can't get the right angle. She's just a klutzoid. And sometimes she tries to fall off the couch because she stretches out and kicks her feet back, and like she doesn't remember that this couch is not as wide as the other one was, so she doesn't fit the whole width. Her feet hang off like that far. So goddamn cute. So goddamn cute. New rewards available. Nope.
There we go. Curious on where everybody's at these days. It's been a long time since we. Where's everybody at? I know they're always growing. Always. I mean, I wish Mallory here. I'd like Nora Mallory sitting at right.
Well, do I consider my stash or do I consider our combined stash? Because technically,
I'm kind of curious about
stash.
your stash. I'm curious about your stash, if I might.
I have no idea. I refuse to put a stash in on ELR, and I'm not going to sit here and count these bottles. I have a few hundred at least.
So,
At least.
honestly, in truth, I think that's fair. Chat has voted.
You are not buying her goddamn movie, and if you do, I swear to God, you will never have sex again. Hammer.
Guys, tell her she's wrong.
If you buy her movie, then I better not only get my pizza, but I better get my fucking sub, okay? Because you've been promising me pizza, and I didn't get my sub 3 weeks ago.
Also, anybody watching that does watch this on replay gets this far, yeah, let me know answers to any of these questions. Let me know. I'm really curious. I mean, Flavor Stash, I would like to know where people are sitting at.
God damn it. Now I can't even see the chat because your fucking thing is on there.
No, Steve-O, the pizza didn't happen because we decided not to because I realized I was drinking. And I guzzled it before I realized I was drinking. I was like trying to hurry up and finish it up so I could put it away.
That's
and
right.
I was like, oops.
He wasn't here for the Cassie's Corner thing.
Yeah.
So we decided to go when we went shopping. We ended up going yesterday instead of Sunday. The fucking app wouldn't work. I couldn't sign into the app, so we couldn't order the pizza.
But I literally got off here, was ready to go, and I hurried up and drank the last of that drink. Go, oh shit, that tasted really strong. Oh fuck, that's alcohol. Like I ain't driving. I don't drive after a drink. Even
So
if
it's
it's
like,
just one
oh,
drink.
well, there goes that plan. So I guess I'm gonna go cook dinner. And then he still was like trying to get ready. I'm like, Tim.
It was also like
drinking.
12 o'clock at night. Chances of getting pulled over and getting breathalyzer is actually kind of high that time of night around here. So it's like, yeah, it's really stupid to go right.
Like, we can just go tomorrow when we go shopping. It's not a big deal. It's better than you getting potentially pulled over or getting in an accident because you had a drink.
But when we went to go there, and I sat in the parking lot waiting 20 minutes for her trying to get her app to work. And it's like, oh, can we just go home?
Yeah, let me sign in. I did exactly the same thing today as I did yesterday, and it fucking signed in me.
Wow, Neil, it wasn't long ago you were at like 200-300. Doesn't take long.
Moving up there, son.
Well, that's not, people. Yeah, but you got big bottles of a lot of those too.
And you did just get like 5 boxes from Dan that you have to go through.
They said probably another couple hundred, but he's also 665 flavors, and most of them in large, or at least probably good half of them.
I'm over 1,000 gallons.
One flavor doesn't count, Rocky. One flavor doesn't count. Flavors, not by the pound.
I can definitely say that I have more medicine flower than Tim has. He has dark chocolate and blueberry, but I have my own blueberry. And I also have the huckleberry.
I have to thank Rocky.
And the dragon fruit.
Which I have to thank Rocky for.
And the wild raspberry, which we have
Rocky,
to thank.
You got me hooked on both of those. You really did. That's why I used it tonight. I can't help it. I'm going to make something I really want. Yeah.
He gave me the wild raspberry, though, because he's not really a big raspberry person, but I'm not really a big fan of it either. I'll have to try
I'm just not a big raspberry person. It's not a bad raspberry. It's just like it's a nice pop.
It's not. It's just really floral and strong.
The pop. But like the way Steve-O uses it, I think is exactly the way it works best. Just trying to get that pop through, especially if you're having problems getting that raspberry to pop. It will do it.
Like I said, I'm going to have to try it in like a cake or something and see if I can get it to work baking, because I'm not a fan of the way it steeps out in the vapes. I'm also really picky about my raspberry. That's why I only like a couple.
I can accept them all for what they're supposed to be, but as far as an ADV, there's just a 2, 3, 4, whatever. And even then, they're iffy on an ADV.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know about a bank loan, Neil. I mean, they are like $22, which is really expensive, but you don't use much of them, so they last.
They last a long time.
Like in a 60 ml bottle, I used a quarter of the blueberry. I put in like 5 drops.
Chocolate a lot.
Not even.
Where are we at? We're right to the top of this bar right here. That's it.
And I
use this a lot.
Get out of that.
And I've used it quite a bit.
I mean, even my blueberry, I've used it a lot. And it's only down here. And I've had it for a few months. And I use this all the time.
Well, you were going through the dark chocolate forever until the chocolate series.
Now I don't want chocolate. I just want my blueberry. I'm glad I didn't get another bottle of the dark chocolate instead of the blueberry now.
You almost did too. You were talking about it.
I know. You're like, you should get the dark chocolate. You use that more. I'm like, but I like the blueberry more. And I'm glad I did, because now I don't want chocolate. I love this blueberry, though.
I mean, they're Pokemon, Steve-O. You got to eventually get them all.
Your cart you went through was like $300, so you must have gotten like 5-6 flavors then.
Oh, Neil, there's quite a few of you that had some big orders in for Bull City during the.
I think he's talking about medicine flower, because he said he needed to order some medicine flower, Tim.
$300 for medicine flower? Holy.
I mean, you're thinking like 5 bottles is a little over 100, so that's like 13, 14 bottles for that price. And it'll last you like a million years.
Mike, there's markups everywhere. I think it's
because of the tariffs.
It's coming. Well, some of it's tariffs, some of it's actually manufacturer costs. You remember, like those factories and stuff that got blown up.
But
that actually causes costs to go up.
A big part of that is also the tariffs, because they have to pay tariffs to get the ingredients. Then they have to pay. You have to pay tariffs to send the ingredients.
Not necessarily, because they're not coming out of the U.S. to them. They're coming out from. That's only coming into the U.S. So it would really only be the one.
Okay. That doesn't
But
mean
it's
other
not. But
companies
it's not
are.
all tariffs. It's actually. You gotta remember, we're still. It took a while to kick in, but when they have to resupply their ingredients to make the flavoring, the cost went up a little because of all the chaos that happened overseas, and he raises the price, and then when they raise the price, they have to make the product. They still got to make a profit. So seeing it's going. I mean, Noms has went up. You've seen Bowl City. Some of the prices have went up. Like Wonder Flavors is up a little bit. I know some others. I think they're mostly up across the board, mostly, except for what they haven't had to restock. And that's gonna. I mean, unfortunately, that's the reality of today's economy. Yeah, exactly. Actually, the chemicals and make up some, whether it be natural chemical or handmade, they still have to be sourced. And the prices go up, it's going to cost more to make the product.
Yeah. I don't even want to talk about Wonder Flavors right now. Let's just change the subject completely because fuck you, Frank.
Bye. It's awesome.
Did we not just get a third shipment of betas that we have to try?
Yeah.
Not one,
Yeah, it
not
came in
two,
yesterday.
but 3.
Yeah.
Luckily, the second one, we're not the only ones doing that because Steve-O got it too. Thank God, because I don't want it all be relying on us. But
Well, the third one's actually not so much that it's
I know,
completely
I know.
separate thing.
He wants to see
Yeah.
if they work in our medium because, yeah, they're for other things, but whatever.
Be interesting.
Whatever.
Be fun to
So,
see.
fuck you, Frank. I know you watch sometimes and you hear me say it. And I don't care. We love you, Frank, but still, fuck you, Frank. He apologized to Tim because he feels like he's torturing me, though. So I can say fuck you, Frank. He'll understand.
Yeah, and I told him not to worry about it.
Because you're an asshole.
Well, that's because this last one has some stuff in it he knows I'm not gonna like, and he's right on a couple.
Not even not like, it's that I cannot handle some of the stuff, like a lot of the mints, any of the spices.
Oh, by the way, strongly endorsed by Lady Liberty. Peachmint. Good. Strongly
Impeachment, is
endorsed.
that the mint one?
Yeah.
All right. I love you, pugs. I do. And I don't care how many times you publicly apologize, I'm still gonna give you shit for almost killing me on a live.
I'm gonna be using that through the
Pugs
summer.
and Nevins trying to kill Lady Liberty.
It's got some really good bite to it, and it's just the right kind of weird, funky, different thing. I really like that line because of the fact that nothing's boring. None of them are boring. They're all unique.
Woohoo! 5-6 months, Steven. 5-6 more months, and you can try banana raw.
Never hear from him again.
It.
Never hear from him again. He'll just be banana rawing it all the time.
He's gonna be raw dogging that banana raw. Hi, hippo.
Had to go there all the way. Hippo.
Dude, for something that was supposed to be short, we've been sitting here for 2 freaking hours, man.
We have. Holy crap, that felt fast. And we've been talking mostly about foods and stuff like that, but here we go. Let's see where we're at on this. I'm curious on the flavor thing. I mean, let's see how we're doing here. I kind of figured that'd be the sweet spot. Okay. Okay, so the sweet spot seems to be the 100 to 300. That's a standard flavor. You can get most anything you need in one if you are careful and pay attention. That's why we do the flavor reviews. Is for that reason, so you don't have to buy some of the ones that just are not worth picking up. 300 to 1,000
What line
being
are you
close behind.
talking about, Mike?
Find the time. Find that time, I think. Oh, lime.
Well,
Which
the
lime?
lime
FA
at.
lime. I know Nam's had it.
Yeah.
Or you could go direct to FA or check the FA sites. You might be able to ask different places too. I think that's one of the ones that can't remember if FA does the paperwork or not. I know Bowl City knows about the FA lime, spicy lime.
Yeah,
I did
spicy
expect
lime.
that.
I do believe that Noms. I don't know about DIY Canada. I'm pretty sure it's not at BCF because I don't
I don't think it's there, but I don't know if they can get it or not. If they can get it, they
We can ask Drew though.
but 100 to 300 flavorings, I kind of expected that to be
Yeah.
3 to 400 being that makes 3,000 because
It is the FA spicy lime though. It is still spicy,
it's called spicy.
but it's just a nice lime zest. Like you just zested the lime over your
I remember
bottle.
FA. There's a translation thing there, and there's a lot of their flavor. That the translation screws up your. It can go the other way too. You think, oh, that sounds delicious. You try to go, oh, I see what they did there. Yuck.
Just with the new FAs, make sure you do your research before you buy them because a lot of them are not worth it. A lot of them are not worth it.
I've tried them in foods too, and I don't know what they made them for a median, or if did they not test their products.
Hmm. Another good one, if you're gonna go to Noms to order that one, Mike, is the sweet lime from the supercharged line at Noms. That is a fantastic beverage lime.
That's straight up, pretty much like your snow cone syrup lime.
And the two of them together make magic.
All right, so we.
I do not really.
Not I mean, kind of the bitter that's supposed to be there, but I'm not getting a bitter that's not supposed to be there. I mean, you're supposed to have a little bitter from a zesty lime. Nothing like off-putting.
But I find it more of a tang than a bitterness myself.
More tang.
Personally, that doesn't mean you're going to find it that way because everybody's different.
Sensitivity to bitter, too. If you're bitter, you don't like bitter, that's where I would say the Buddha's hand, as I just mentioned that earlier. Buddha's hand is a good option if you are sensitive to that, like bitter, or that bit of punch in it, throat hit. Buddha's hand was a good option for that for your lemon. It kind of mellows it more than and helps your lemonades not. Wow.
Uncle Paulie!
There's Polly. Polly gets here just as we're about to leave.
I know. You said 8:15. It is now 9:08, sir. You got some splaining to do.
Yeah, Mom's been keeping track of your hours.
I'm not mom, I'm niece. He's Uncle Paulie.
The Nom's workaround does work. It is a little daunting until you figure it out. It's not hard. It just feels weird. And it does take a little extra time. Workaround at least is there as an option. It has almost definitely hurt their sales somehow.
Sure. Dance went on too long. In other words, Uncle Paulie put on his tutu and put on a show after
Well,
the
if Paul had
class.
stopped dancing with the moms after the show, have less of it.
That's a problem with the graham cracker, though, Neil. Like, some people do get wicked chemical notes off the graham crackers.
I'm not a fan
just
of
in
most
cheesecake.
graham crackers, honestly. I can do the 2 cheesecakes, graham in them, but I don't get true graham out of. Oh, the Perulum I kind of do. SSA is a little darker of a graham, but the only graham cracker I've tried that actually truly kind of tastes like a graham to me is the Noms. That's it. The rest of
But
them
it's
kind
a
of do
honey
taste a
graham
little.
cracker, not a cinnamon graham cracker.
But it's the only one that truly tastes like a graham cracker. I got that actual gooey like graham crackery in that one. I don't normally.
Yeah, but his problem is he gets the chemical taste.
I don't know. I get that. I mean, I finally got to the point where I can kind of deal with it because all the testing, but not my favorite flavor. Yep, the Nom's order. I mean, there's a lot to it. There's a lot of good flavors there. There are some that are doozies, but the Noms, for the most part, the Noms hit rate for their supercharged line pretty good. We do have the episode up too. It might actually be just episode. That'll tell you what you want.
That's like 100 flavors.
We have that out there. That's why we do the flavor testing. So if you're ever questioning it, that line it perfectly because the line came out at once and got it. We tested them and we have it on noted as well if you want more more input, but Cassie and I did our own version on here as well.
So people
That's the
were
Noms
happy
line,
to
but there's
get.
other stuff at Noms, you know, the craft flavors and stuff like that you can get are the FAs rebottled. They're a lot cheaper. And why not? Same flavor. Think of premium custard.
Mm.
Pay less. Steve-O knows this. Pay less, get same flavor. I mean, makes more sense. Rebottle sometimes is really worth it. And then there are some, though, that they're. I haven't had it from Noms, but there have been some rebottles before they say it's weaker. I haven't noticed that with the premium.
Let's see.
Yeah, they're there. All the flavor releases should be in a folder. From now on, things will be done thanks to Graham helping me figure out how to timestamp it easier using the AI search thing through the all the transcript. I can put it up so you can actually read it too as well. Just skip to the parts you want to. Thank you, Graham. At reality. That was a big time saver because I was trying to figure out how to do it, but man, it's a lot of time consumption if you try to do it manually. I see. Yes. Oh, yeah, that banana. The banana might actually. I don't know about the kiwi. The kiwi might not have been a huge seller, but that banana, I'm almost positive that's probably because it's been selling like a lot of people. Like, I love that banana. I love all three of the bananas. The candy ones, actually, it's weird. Mom's candy bananas less candy than any others. There's more like a banana, like circus peanut, creamy circus peanut. Well, it sells, but does it sell well enough to be a seller, or is it sold out because they stopped making it and they just sold out what they? That's the question you got. Banana with the responses we've got over it, I don't.
And there you go, Mike. That is the link to the supercharge video right there. Yeah, that kiwi's not bad, Steve-O.
No, it's not. One of the better ones. Not one of the clearance. Okay, then it probably is just sold out then.
It's a
I think
problem with some of them like that,
this
and the whiskey cream sells out fast.
seeing a lot of flux in this flavoring market right now with everything going on, and you're seeing little lulls here and there. I think everybody's trying not to over restock because of a lot of laws up in the area right now, a lot of regulations everywhere, and that can make a difference. They restock too much, they could lose a lot of money. Probably trying to keep minimal, but trying to keep enough stash for everybody.
Yeah, Neil. See, dragon fruit's a really hard one because so many of them go soapy and perfumey so quick.
And in reality, dragon fruit for the most part is a mixture of other fruits specifically tailored to you. All of those, all of them have a pineapple. Other fruits involved, and depending on the dragon fruit. But dragon fruits, the star fruit's the same, the snake fruit's the same. They're all kind of like almost like mixed fruit flavor. Some of them are a little floral, and yeah,
It's like lychee. That's another one. That one goes super soapy, super fast.
strawberry jam, raspberry jam. Yep. Red. Oh God, yes.
He didn't say raspberry jam. He said raspberry custard. That was also a very good one. It was a really nice, creamy, buttery custard with some nice fresh raspberry in it.
Yeah, that line was a pretty good line. Pretty good hit.
Yeah. There were a few really bad misses, but there were a lot
The
of
misses
really great
were
hits.
more on the milky cream side, weren't they?
For you, for me, they were also a lot of the bakeries because they used AP in the bakeries, and I'm sensitive to
Oh,
AP.
that's right. Yep.
So I only tasted cornbread in it or corn chips in it. That's it. Like some weird funky cake with some corn
That's
chips.
why I read it as raspberry jam. I did that backwards thing, but actually, yeah, I know you really like. I do like the red.
I like the raspberry and the strawberry jam, yeah.
Strawberry
The
jam was
only
what
raspberry one I didn't like was that wild because it was super floral.
which wasn't bad. Just it's a floral red. The strawberry jam is finally the strawberry jam I've always wanted. Just pure strawberry jam. Strawberry jam with butter.
The
Just
thing I
the
don't
strawberry
like
jam.
about the Wonder flavor or the one-on-one one is that you get that butter note. I'm like, that's not
And
jam.
it's a margarine-y butter note, so it's kind of a little different. I mean, I couldn't use that for like certain things. I can't use it for like a swirl because it's got too much of that margarine butter. But yes, in a bakery, yeah.
Yeah, he talks to Richard, Steve-O.
Yep.
He needs to talk to Richard and get me a bigger bottle of whiskey cream is what he needs to do. I need more of that soon.
And they're really good. I mean, if you accidentally put in an order, as long as you get to them quick enough, you can talk to them and they can change it up for you too. Because I had missed something, and I had to add it to my order, and they added it for me even after I'd already put in the request for the thing, and they changed it for me. Added it.
Yeah, because you forgot to order the ones for Doobie. See, that's another thing, Neil. I mean, Tim can't eat grapefruits or have grapefruit juice, but he doesn't mind it in a vape once in a while.
I
You
like
can't. It
I'm
reacts
not
with your
supposed to.
medication.
No. I love grapefruit too. That sucks. But
It could really affect your meds and like kill you. No,
there
you
are
can't.
people that can't stand certain things in real life and can have them in vape. And there's sometimes some things that people love in real life and can't stand in a vape.
Like, I love eating mangoes. I love the mango guava juice we get at Aldi's. You put any mango in a vape, and I will turn my nose up and throw it. I will gag. I will puke. I cannot do it.
There was a time you loved it.
Yeah, we vaped a ton of that juicy strawberry mango from Pop, and now I can't stand mango. I don't really do strawberries much, especially after that strawberry cheesecake made me actually physically sick. I couldn't do strawberries for a very long time at all.
With the exception of the naturally extracted ones and stuff too, as well. If you're sensitive to it and you can't have it, you can enjoy a flavor you might like but not be able to have.
That is a good point that we haven't brought up in a while. If you are allergic to a fruit, do not get the naturally extracted ones because you will have a reaction from it. I would stay away from those flavors personally, just point blank, because you never know what kind of
Do your
extraction process they're
research
using.
on them and test it very meticulously at low percentages at first, or you don't have a reaction. Because even the non-naturally extracted might have a natural component you might be allergic to, or maybe you're allergic to the compound that's in it. It's real. Compounds sometimes are very similar to the real thing. Still might create it.
I stay away from anything apple because of that. I'm allergic to apple juice. And just because it's apple doesn't mean it's going to be apple juice, but I taste apple juice out of all the apples. So I stay away from them. I can have apple cider, I can have apples, I can have apple sauce, I can have everything apple except for juice.
Throw tomatoes at her. Make sure they're good and soft.
Mm-hmm.
Can we do that for a live?
Mm-mm.
Go outside. Is that you?
Mm-mm.
That could have been so
You
much.
do that to me, and during a live, sitting right there at your computer, I will take a can of diced tomatoes and just pour it over your head.
You know, the skin test thing might sound crazy, Mike, but you could. You really could.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying too, but then you interrupted to talk about that. But yeah.
Yeah, because inhalation's gonna.
But
If allergic reaction closes
again,
your lungs, you don't want to put directly in your lungs.
that's not always 100% accurate either. So even if you don't have a skin reaction, still be very cautious about using it in your vape, because there are some people that only have allergic reactions when they actually ingest, not just on their skin. So yeah, I don't want to Paul, if you want to come down and clear the
Paul,
car after, I'd be more than happy to do
Pet
that. But
Paul,
I
have
don't
you
want to clean
seen
it
him
up.
lately? They'll get the feeds and most recent like video clips. even this week, it's like that boy has done some serious changes. Some
He
serious
turned
changes.
his phone to show me a notification yesterday, and the first thing that popped up was YouTube Rip Trippers. I'm like, Rip Trippers? Why the fuck are you showing me Rip Trippers? He goes, no, not that.
No, but he's
I
doing
didn't
some
even think he
stuff,
was
and
putting out YouTube videos anymore. What the fuck?
he's putting out a different form of content nowadays. That just okay.
No, I didn't watch the video. I didn't really get into the Rip Tripper craze like Tim did.
I don't
Although
have
I
dry
do have
knuckles. I'm
some
good.
21700 batteries here with some Rip Tripper wraps on them.
You know?
Yep. God damn it, who was it the other day? Was it Birdie they were picking on, saying he was like Rip Trippers and giving him shit? I think it was during ABS.
Oh yeah, and just a little note too, Grim Green. Remember, stop promoting shit. It's making it too fucking popular and getting it tariffed. He actually messaged me about it later. It's funny.
It was Tommy. We were picking on Tommy during his live about it.
Oh.
Because he was like so baked. I was like, smoother than a porn star's ass. And then he started talking about how he was this like the double in porn movies and he was, you know, the appendage stand. I'm like, no.
He all got brought
no.
up because I said he was Ron Jeremy's stunt double in porns. When he goes in for the 5th or 20th time, it's all Tommy.
It's like, wow, if I ever did like porn, I sure as hell am staying the fuck away from it now.
All right, so we're gonna head out of here for the night. Sorry, this has got really tangenty, but I mean, it's just for fun.
Hey, you got 2.5 hours out of something that was supposed to be 15, 20 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, Black Bear's here. Just try to come in the house. Cassie says I can't let him in.
No, because the last time we had a cat animal out there, it was Richard the cat. And he was named Richard because he had the perfect dick face. And that cat would sleep above my head and wait until I fell asleep and thwap me in the face with his tail. He'd reach down and touch Tim's head gently to make sure he was there and thwap me in the face with his tail. And he did it every night just to fuck with me.
Right.
And I would like tuck his tail behind my leg and he would kick me until I let it go.
Prefaced by the fact there's a few cats that got dropped off on property, but it took a while, and then he finally came up to me. I fed him. I opened the door to let him in. That cat didn't even like it when I went outside, let alone him ever going near that door ever again. He was never going back outside. That cat wasn't.
It devastated me almost as much to take him outside to bury him when he passed away as it did that he passed away, because I knew how much he hated
Stay
being
rectangular.
outside. Yeah, fuck you, Neil. But I'm afraid if he lets the bear in, that the bear is going to claim that corner like Richard did, and he's going to sleep above my head and do the same thing. So they'll have like a 100-pound bear sitting there thwapping me in the face with his tail going...
Probably.
Paul, we've been going since 7 o'clock.
Don't forget to
It's not our fault you were
for
late.
those who don't know, with Sam Bogan's stream down, I think he's starting to do some of the stuff on IG on Twitch. Doing the stuff on Twitch now. Go ahead and give him a follow over there. I mean, if you've been missing his content, that's because he got strike in.
That.
I mixed this chocolate cheesecake milkshake, and it's freaking good. That quick, and I'm gonna get out of here.
I made a maple glazed blueberry banana cheesecake. It's right there, and the recipe is on my ELR. And if you want to mix it, Paul, you can go fucking look it up.
I'll be adding like probably a blueberry to this mix. Generic base went first. I know it's a lot for a base, but man, I wanted something really And it is.
I really can't wait until this steeps out so I can try it with the blueberry because all I'm getting is the banana now, but it's still freaking fantastic.
All right. Good night, everybody. Have fun. I will play the song on the way out, the intro song. I'm probably going to put the full version. I don't like the way it shuts off. But it was something to throw together quickly and put together for an intro, and I like the way it. Have a good night, everybody. Enjoy. You guys on Saturday. There's no Wednesday show on Benny. No Benny this week. Be back next week.
It's gonna be so weird again because there's no.
No, it's been.
I mean, this kind of made it better, I guess.
Actually, I needed this. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Shake it up, feel the vibe grow strong. Bottles in the line where the flavors belong. Dripping and dipping, I'm pouring with flair, creating liquid gold like an alchemist's lair. A splash of this, a drop of that, twist wide colors and taste like a rainbow inside. No powders, no spice, just liquidly cool. The art comes alive, yeah, we breaking the rules. For the love of mixing bottles come alive. Crafting these flavors, making dreams survive. From minty to citrus, sweet, what a ride. It's liquid perfection, bottled with pride. It's not a science, it's more like a flow. Feel the rhythm in the bottles, watch them glow. Lavender crash meets mango sublime. Every blend a story, every pour divine. Hold steady when the swirl comes through. Precision so clean, turning old to new. The dance of liquids in the bottle's heart. This ain't just a mix, it's a work of art. For the love of mixing bottles come alive. Crafting these flavors, making dreams survive. From minty to citrus, sweet, what a ride. It's liquid perfection, bottled with pride.